Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to today's stream. We're doing replay coaching. How's everyone doing? Hope you guys are having fun. Hope you're having a good day. I've already got the first replay lined up, so you know what? I'll click load and we'll jump right into it and have it up and run it. Ba-ding. Okay, so we're gonna watch ZapBadger. We're gonna watch Mr. Badger, ZapBadger's better half. We're watching a replay for him, where he's gonna be playing some Stukov. Alfred on the Stukov. So, seeing as ZapBadger got us a couple of games yesterday to play on stream, I think it's only fair we return the favor by taking a look at her boyfriend on Stukov. Tell him what he do good. Tell him what he do bad. All that sort of stuff. So, he's playing Stukov on Infernal Shrines. He's currently Bronze 3. Last season he was Bronze 5. He's improving. Nubkex taking bribes. Exactly. Looking for some advice on positioning and mechanics could be pretty helpful for him. And maybe some talent stuff. We shall see. Mod abuse. Mod bribes. Yep. This is why Zap is doing mod stuff. Favoritism. Nepotism, probably. It's probably nepotism. I learned about that. That's what Martin Luther was against. Not Martin Luther King. He was against something which was like nepotism, but darker. Martin Luther he was nepotism. That was one of the problems, and that's probably what's going on here. Let's be honest. Also absenteeism, but I don't know if that's going on as much. It is apparently going to be going on with Adam next week, but absenteeism. But let's not touch that. Alright, where are we? Alfred. Alright, let's see how we're gonna do here. Alright, we're doing Stukov Infernal Shrines. We've got Double Mage, Chromie Probius, we've got a Kerrigan as well. Okay, Stukov and Johanna. It's relatively awkward. Enemy team also relatively awkward. They've got Artanis, Dehaka, Lily, Cassia, and Asmodan. Alright, so everything is all over the place. Fair enough. This team, it's actually not too bad. It's certainly a relatively high skill cap team, I would say, to actually combo stuff together. This team doesn't have a proper tank. It doesn't really have proper damage. Like, it's not super easy to do consistent damage, but Lily solo healer. So you can see, like, right at the start there, like, everyone's very slow. I mean, he's not actually at the fight before the fight has started. That's just something that people could do better. Nubkex writing dissertation on streaming. Nailing it to the front door of Twitch headquarters. Yes. I nailed it to Blizzard. 50 theses on why Hero League sucks sometimes. Actually, all the time, basically. And Team League. All the leagues suck. Yeah, so that's just like one general tip. Again, like for bronze is, or really for anyone, right, is... okay, if you've got a good level 1 team, and you've got Kerrigan and Chromie, so you do have a good chance to actually pick someone off and kill them, and Probius is not bad at it either. So you're actually in a pretty good spot to force a fight here. Just watch out for the Artanis hooks, or well, no, swaps, not hooks, and just play around that, but make sure you guys are all actually there. So, I mean, at level 1, that's something you want to be doing, is say, hey, do we have a team that's worth fighting with at level 1? If so, okay, we're going to be there on time, we're going to follow up, we're going to work together, and it's going to be okay. You're running very scared here as a Stukov. I mean, I can see you're positioned very far back when you actually have full HP, which is probably a waste. Like, you're being a lot too scared. You could be doing a lot more damage. His basic attack he's the hardest hitting basic attack in the game, I do believe. So you want to get value out of that, which means you actually need to be in melee range to hit. Camera lock. Indeed, we do have camera lock on. Do I analyze HCC Open Game Snub? For you, Mr. Doge, I will. Sure. I think I have done 1 or 2 before, yeah. So yeah, that's one thing I'm kind of feeling immediately, is you're playing a melee support, but you're not actually making any use out of the melee support abilities. So I'm just kind of straight away thinking, you're probably better off playing something with range that can be a bit more consistent, you know? That can consistently attack. Again, you can see here, we're running around. We're not actually using any basic attacks. So immediately I'm going better off on a support that is not reliant on actually landing basic attacks. Again, something like the Lily would be a good example. Or Malfurion maybe. Something that will... Morales as well. Something that's going to be healing but will not be doing basic attacks. Is this ARAM? No, this is Bronze 5. Or Bronze 3. Yeah, it's not really up to you, Stukov, to soak the other lane, so that's not a problem, really. That's something that your teammates, particularly the Probius, should do. That's what we learned from B-Guy before. Okay. The first time you choose to go in aggressively is not the best time, but it worked out okay. You can see right there, even though it was a pretty bad position for moving in aggressively, you still kind of got away with it, so it wasn't too bad. Alright, it's a good time to pop that heal. There we go. Very nice. Okay, I like it. I think a lot of the cooldowns aren't actually being used. Like, you can see your W cooldown is really not... Okay, there we go. You've used it now, which is nice. You spend a lot of time with your abilities not actually being used. Alright, we've gotten a heal. That's good. Okay, that's not a bad silence pool there either. It's kind of difficult to even see what's going on because the camera is so bad with the camera lock. You're really missing out because you're positioned so far back and you've got camera lock. It's very difficult for me even to tell what's going on half of the time. Alright, it's a good heal there on the Kerrigan. That's good. Again, you can see you're being very passive right now. This is a good time for you to go aggressive. I mean, you guys just got to kill. So... really, this is the time where you guys want to push in and actually make plays happen. Like, punish this guy for being out of position, you know? Okay, missed the skill shot. Okay, and again, like, there's a big fight happening on the left-hand side, and you're just focused here on the minions. Chromie's calling GG. This is where you want to mute her. Okay, this is good. You're doing stuff. I like it. Put the silence pool down. Okay, it's something. Alright. Yeah, lots of room for, like, big improvements here. I mean, one of the main things really is, you know, Chromie's going AFK. Well, this is unfortunate. Your Chromie's going to give up. I mean, you're about a quarter of a level behind, so really there's no point in continuing to play, is there? I mean, you might as well surrender now. Quarter of a level behind. Hey, Chromie, kill someone. There we go. It's another kill. Enemy team is yet to actually capture the thing, by the way. Okay, you're going to use your E to do it. Alright, probably a bit of a waste of mana. Asmodan just dunks it and gets it. It's fairly expected. Dialstrom says garage range support confirmed. Yeah, I figure that's probably true. That fits the hero, doesn't it? Doge saying, if you get some good games next HGC, send it in. It would be a waste of time sending the ones we played on Monday. Okay, fair enough. I didn't actually catch any of them, to be honest with you. Here's another general tip, like, again, against Punishers, you never want to fight them in front of your walls. You always want to bait them over the walls. Because it protects your team. You don't have to worry about the Punisher, the enemy team following in after the Punisher, which can be very scary. Yeah, well, then you have multiple towers focusing the Punisher at the same time. Okay. This stage as well, you're kind of looking and you're saying, I've got no mana, I probably want to back off. I think throwing out a heal and then probably backing off is a pretty good idea. You could wait for one more big burst heal as well. We could back... Okay, Chromie's going back now, so it doesn't really matter. But you could throw out one more Q, pop your D, and then Heartstone back and use the Heartstone to work around that 16-second cooldown, which could be pretty good. Yeah, feel free to send in the replays. Just go for it. I haven't actually looked at how many there are. Yeah, so... Okay. We're going for like a lurking arm build. That's fine. Then my reach, the range, growing area. Yeah, it's all good. I don't think it's the best build, but it's certainly easier to play. I think the other best build is really rank targeted excision, but it becomes much more difficult, and it's also based on Fetid Touch, which is a quest. I think this build is easier to play, and you know, it's still very good. So that's okay. Alright, a little bit slow on that one. It's kind of difficult. I mean, you can target your Q on the person that needs to heal most of all. Got a little bit unlucky with how it was spreading around there. Again, one little tip you might not know about is that you can self-cast using the Alt button. If you press Alt Q, it will cast the Q on yourself. It can be very useful with Stukov in particular, just to make it simpler, because you can just, like, you know that the pathogen is on you, and you can just spread it around then to everyone. Used to play W build, was told E was better. I think that the W build is better, but I think the E build is much better in bronze, because it's easy to use. And it's still good, you know? Then I'm not like super 100% sure, but okay, that's a nice little E right there. I like that. Okay, cool. You're throwing out the Qs. I like it. Okay, great. Okay, we've got it down to steal some of the things. I think you definitely want to focus more on the fight. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, you're obviously very focused on using the Qs and your E's, and you're doing like a decent enough job at it. This is the build that Smexy plays. Yeah. Okay, cool. You're doing a pretty decent job at it. Using the W's in the basic attacks though, and like using your D with your W is definitely something that we're not really paying attention to. Again, there's a big fight happening off to the side of the screen that you seem relatively unaware of. Especially on a hero like Stukov, who really doesn't do all that much in terms of clearing the shrine. He's okay, but you're better off focusing on making sure your teammates are alive, because that's a pretty important thing, especially when you're so far ahead in the shrine that you're going to win it anyway. Okay. Getting a nice push. You got the silence. I like that. Yeah, the silence was well placed there. Again, you can see very far back when there's really no danger at all. There's really no danger at all. Okay, gonna massive shove him away. That's nice. Yeah, sure. Johanna speaking in, I don't know, is that Russian? It's all in caps. I don't know. He's complaining the W does F all. The W is actually a very substantial slow. And it builds up to, what is it, a 50% slow? Eventually, which is very big. So yeah, that's kind of what it's for. It's for hitting someone and applying a slow. You can also combo it, because if you're going to pop your bio kill switch with your Q, you might as well pop it with your D, which will do an extra burst of damage, and it's a 70% slow for 2 seconds. So basically the W is about powerful slow, so that's what it's about. That's what W is for. So it's for locking people down, stopping them from chasing your team, or stopping, or like helping your team chase them down. That's basically how it works. Yeah, so right there, you were too far forwards. And you're gonna pay the price for that. Kerrigan's trying to heal herself up with her Qs. I mean, it was slightly dodgy positioning from you, and then it's just bad map movement and stuff from everyone really involved. It's bronze, so there's a lot of that. Alright. We've respawned. Good. Making pretty good progress on the quest as well. Probius melee trading into DehZah. Yeah, I mean, like, it's bronze. There's gonna be a lot of really derpy things going on. A lot of really derpy things. Now there is again something going on over here. I mean, I'll make sure we've got the camera set to you. Yeah, okay. We just can't really see much. Okay, it's a pretty decent spot for silence. I'm not really sure if you're moving the camera in other ways, but as far as we can tell, you're not really. Okay, you're gonna spread the thing to him. You're gonna get it back. Okay. You want to spread it over to this Kerrigan. Okay, they killed him anyway. Alright. Picked up a talent. We've gone for Lingering Spines. Alright, yeah, that's good. I like that. I think this is an effective build for bronze, for sure. For sure. Hey, this is cool. I mean, it's probably better to place it maybe on the right-hand side now. You've got time to move it and have it ready and set up for when the enemy team starts to invade. If they even do. They probably won't, but just in case they do, better to have it over the other side. Zap saying, you've told Mr. Badger 100 times to turn off camera lock, but he won't. This would be a good time, very good time for setting up that arm right there. Would have been very useful. Have that lingering spine just blocking this whole engagement. Like, it's still very effective to silence them right now. Like, that worked really well. Really nice. But you could have had that up earlier, you know? Alright, you cancel that at a good time as well. Nice. That would have been a good time to pop the slow. Okay, you popped the slow. Good. You can just help that hacker get chased down. Unfortunately, everyone else has left him. He's been chased down by, who is it? Johanna. Well, she's unlikely to kill him. The arm literally solo killed Asmodan. Yeah, pretty much. He just walked around inside of it until he died. Poor Asmodan. He tried so hard. Okay, Probius is gonna siege up here apparently with one pylon. Got the kill. It's a lot of lasers. Again, there's a lot of time spent running in a circle. That doesn't really matter. Mess up the skill shot, get hooked in. Kerrigan could have saved you there, but she didn't bother. Anyway, that's obviously like a misplay from you, right? You fired your shove, you hit the wall, and then you got tongued by DehZah and killed. So that's obviously what happened there. I mean, there's a lot of time spent, again, running in circles, like half a screen behind your teammates. When you can be in there, like when you know it's like safe like that, when the Punisher's pushed in and your team is all, like most of your team is there, that's a good shot by Chromie. Probably an accident. You can do that and it can be very effective. We've gone for Pox Populi. Okay, cool. I like that as well. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Real big freak. Real big freak is you, isn't it? Used to take Virulent Reaction and Eye Infection. I got told the ones I took in this game were better. So Virulent Reaction is... Which one is Virulent Reaction? I don't remember now. I think Virulent Reaction is actually the best one, but it's pretty difficult to use. I wouldn't bother in Bronze. It's too difficult. I think Eye Infection is also very good, but it's also difficult to use, and it's somewhat dependent on comps. Wouldn't be terrible in this game because of Cassia and Artanis, but difficult to use. I definitely think you're probably better off with Lingering Spines or Reactive Ballista Spores and Fox Populi. Like, when you're in Bronze, you don't really want to choose talents that make heroes a lot more difficult. You want to choose talents and stuff that make them as easy as possible. It's just the way it is. Okay, you've got your shove. I mean, now right there you did, for example, an opportunity to just walk behind and shove like Lily into your towers. Would have been pretty good. Okay, cool. Probius is kind of carrying, I think. Maybe. Yeah, and you wouldn't pick Cleanse, for example, like Funky says, on other supports in Bronze, because it's not going to be used properly. Okay. An interesting move there. I mean, it didn't really matter, but that's sort of the situation. We still get the idea where she's super dead. The only way she could maybe survive is if she runs to the right. So you could have walked around to the right and then shoved her backwards if she did try to escape. Because your teammates would be able to hunt her down and kill her anyway. It didn't matter. I don't think it would have mattered. But, you know, it's just worth pointing out just in case. Again, just in theory, I prefer to see this over on the right-hand side, where enemy team is more likely to walk through it, than here. You're gonna throw out a heal. Doesn't really matter, but I suppose it's getting you your stack, so it's alright. Again, I'd like to see this the arm over here. Closer. Alright, and this is secured nicely. Probius is off doing the Merc camp. Bye, Probius. Alright, your team is going to push middle. I love it. Who wants to push a keep? You definitely need to mount up, for sure. Yeah, again, that was just a very, very bad idea. I'm not, again, sure if there's some shenanigans going on with the camera, but you seem to be clearing a minion wave with your E, and then got attacked by a couple of heroes, so that was just bad positioning. And I mean, you had plenty of time to react and move away, so that was just a big mistake. Chromie, well-deserved kill this time. Chromie's doing pretty good. Chromie's doing pretty good. We'll give her credit. She's doing alright. So yeah, that was obviously a mistake. It's very important for you not to die. Rip Probius. Gets killed by the lasers. It's like Winston's here. It's lashing rain. You want to go outside in the rain, Winston? Yeah, what's the bet that as soon as he sees it's raining, he won't go away? He's having a look. What do you think about that, Winston? Just having a scratch. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's abort toilet mission. Abort plans. Back inside. It's raining. Back inside. Pee on the floor, it's fine. Oh dear. Sorry, where were we? Okay. Winston's so big now. I know, he gets bigger and bigger. He keeps growing up so much. It's crazy. He's a big boy. He's almost 4 months old, I reckon. He's a big boy. The keep didn't even die. Whoops. Chromie is landing skill shots a lot. Then again, enemy team doesn't know how to sidestep. This is true, but I mean, she's still doing a pretty decent job. Okay, that arm ended up being incredibly effective. Well done. I like that. One small thing, you could have thrown out your Q before you threw out the arm, but just for the Kerrigan. Use that mount. Use that mount, man. Okay. Like, really, whenever you're gonna be running any amount of distance, particularly, like, anything more than, you know, half a screen, and you're not gonna get dismounted, you want to use your mount to move. It will save you time. Yeah, we're sitting at 49 out of 50, by the way. Yeah, it's true. It'd probably be worth popping one just to finish that quest. But yeah, you want to use that mount a lot more frequently. There we go. Nice. I like it. Also worth noting, your teammates are fighting here, so you really want to go and back them up at this point. The objective is important, but having teammates alive to do it is much more important. I mean, if your two teammates over here die, you're gonna lose the objective, you know? That's just the way it's gonna be. With teammates dead means you don't get the objective. You need your teammates to be alive, so always prioritize hitting them as much as possible. Slight counter synergy there, but actually got the Lily killed. Somewhat accidental, I reckon, but that's okay. DehZah forgets to mount up when you're playing Tastar. Well, then you gotta use a different mount. Use a flashy mount for him. Like, I don't know, a gold coin or something. Completed your quest! Hey! Nice. Okay, I mean, the Kerrigan should be killing the things, right? That's her job, and Kerrigan and Probius should be killing the things. Your priority is keeping your teammates alive. You want to let your teammates that are good at killing the things actually do it. So for example, like over here, you're channeling and channeling and channeling, and it's doing a little bit of damage, but it's not that valuable. Whereas, you know, keeping your teammates alive, spreading your heals, the slows, all that sort of stuff, using your E to shut down the enemy team would be a lot more valuable off to the side. So that's what you should be kind of looking at there. He still wants to go outside. Attempt number 2.
It's funny, it's quite hard, so...
Yeah, you must really need to go out, Winston. He's trying to sneak back in. Just go out with him and he's more likely to go out if you go out with him. I didn't see what happened there. Okay. Level 21 to 20. What do we take? Okay, we upgraded Shove. This is great. No, I think the talent build's really good, actually. I think the talent build's nice. I like it a lot. I think it's pretty good. Yeah, I think this is like a straightforward, just boom, super effective, very appropriate for bronze. Oh, but did you do something? Oh, good. Well done, Winston. Well done. Hello. Okay, this is good. Yeah, that's one point actually. You should be careful about destroying walls when you got heroes that can jump to them. Like Kerrigan can jump to walls. Diablo, I don't know. A good few heroes are able to actually jump onto the wall, so you want to be careful about that. That's going to be game here at this point. Yeah, alright, so, I mean, to sum up some of the main points, I mean, it's obviously bronze. There's a lot of big improvements that you can do. The talent build's solid, and I like that. I mean, like I said, my main concerns, I felt with the Stukov, you're doing a pretty decent job with the Qs. You're doing a pretty, actually very good job, I would say, with popping the Qs at the right time. And you're doing a pretty good job with the lurking arm placement as well. There's room for improvement on all of them, but they're pretty solid. The W seems to not be used much at all. The massive shove was fairly hit and miss, and certainly the basic attacks for him weren't used that effectively at all. So I'd certainly say there's potential for some, like an easy ranged healer who isn't too dependent on basic attacks. Something like a Lily could be really good. I could see you being very effective on a Lily, for example, because it is that easier mechanical skill floor. So that's important, and that's a very important thing in bronze. And that's why I was saying the talent build is so nice, is because you've got a talent build that really, it just makes the hero easier, and just making a hero easier is a good thing, because it means they're more consistent, so you'll be consistently effective. Where if you choose talents that are very difficult to use, I think a classic example will be Virulent Reaction, which you'd even have seen if you watched any of my Stukov games. I never took this one. Even though I think it's the best talent, why didn't I take it? Because, I mean, he's a new hero, so why make the hero that much more difficult at the start, at least, when I can choose something that's easier to use? Because this stuff matters. You want to be as consistent as possible. So I think the talent build fits that well. I'd say certainly okay, so broad strokes, things that you could really improve on and would make a big difference. I think definitely the camera is a big deal. And then the positioning sort of combos with that. So you're playing the Stukov positioned very far back, very safe positioning, but with camera lock as well. So oftentimes it seems like there's stuff that's happening off the edge of the screen that you're completely unaware of. Like there's a team fight happening just off the screen and you're not quite aware of what's going on. And that comes down to the combo of the two things, that your camera isn't your camera isn't free with its movements, so you're not seeing everything that's going on. And then because you're positioned so far back to keep yourself safe, you're not really seeing what's happening up front. I think that is important with Stukov, who's a somewhat aggressive hero, that you do need to be aware of what's going on, and you do need to be positioned a bit more to the front to land your weighted pustules, to land your massive shoves and be getting your basic attacks off and spreading your heals a bit more. That's kind of important. Whereas a hero more like Lily can be positioned further back. Or Morales would obviously position further back and isn't too concerned about doing aggressive stuff. So I'd say that's one of the biggest things. I mean, then there was like little things with the Stukov, like, okay, I mean, if you're planning to pop your Qs, you might as well pop a weighted pustule on them as well. At that point, probably, oftentimes it's a good idea. With your lurking arm placement, like for example on the shrines, seeing as you're blue team and you're controlling this area, the ideal place for you to pop your your lurking arm would be somewhere like here, and just being like, okay, enemy team, you want to invade here and start contesting the point, you're gonna have to walk through a big AoE silence. So kind of tough luck to you, or else like putting it down here or up here, depending on where the enemy team is. But you know, placing that silence where they have to walk through to invade on you can be really, really effective. Any other like tips for the Stukov? Yeah, and that is the value of the weighted pustule, by the way, is the slows. So slowing people down to peel them off your team or to help get the kill. It's pretty valuable. Yeah, they're kind of some of the main things, I would say. And then, like, again, another big point here was, like, when you're coming up to the shrine at the end, it is important to do the objectives, but the most important thing usually is to have your teammates be alive. Because just ultimately, like, in a situation where there's 3 of you running up to the objective, but you had 2 teammates over here fighting, I mean, it doesn't matter if you guys get up here and you get 20 skeletal defenders. If your 2 heroes die, your 2 allies die, the enemy team just walks in with 5, and then the 20 skulls that you got are completely irrelevant because they just walk in. You can't contest anymore, and they're going to take it. You know, it's especially in late game, keeping your teammates alive is very important, and it really comes down mostly to heroes, and then the objectives come from the hero advantage. So yeah, I mean, those are some of the, yeah, I think there's a few things in that. Hopefully that's helpful. A few points. How did you do in terms of stats and stuff? So you did plenty of healing, that's great. Hero damage is relatively reasonable as well. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, yeah. I mean, you didn't die much, you didn't feed. I think it was good enough. Stukov's healing is insane. He's got good healing, alright. You can get more healing out of other builds, but it's more difficult to do. Okay, we're going to take a look at ZapBadger now, so we're going to criticize her too. We gotta balance out the romance, you see? Gotta balance it out. You can't just criticize one part of the couple and have them feel bad. Because we don't want, you know, we don't want Mr. and Mrs. Badger, I don't think they're Mr. and Mrs., but we're going to call them that. Mr. and Mrs. Badger to be eating dinner tonight and Mr. Badger feeling real bad because Mrs. Badger is like, you didn't use your camera right. And then he's got nothing to say back to her. So we gotta look at the other side as well. We gotta look at both sides so that he can go, well, like you don't want it to get nasty, but like she'd be like, you didn't put your camera right, and he'd be like, well, I hate your mother or something like that. You know what I mean? Like your mother's rude to me. I don't like her. You don't want to get serious. You want to keep it light. You want to keep it with games. So we're gonna go look at ZapBadger. How else will we determine who's the winner and who's the loser? Making it sound like a kid's book, a bloody kid's book. Nobody's overthinking this a little. And then yeah, we're gonna jump into everyone else's replays as well. All right. So what's this one? You're playing Valla. Okay. Positioning. You want to duo Oriole and a hyper carry. Okay, cool. So you're curious about the tanks. And yeah, okay, great. Hanamura. Alright, then I'm gonna get another cup of tea and we'll start. We've got a few replays in, alright, actually. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got like 5 other replays in. Oh, 6 replays in so far. So yeah, we'll roll the dice. We're looking at ZapBadger, who's playing this, right? Is this Alfred? Alfredo? Are they different? I don't know. Now that Nokex is single, he can't stand other couples. He's using what he can to create fights. Nice. Oh man. Okay, I mean, like, so what level of play again is this Zap? Is it like your gold, is it? I can't remember now. I mean, double tank, it's not the worst. Kind of lack a good solo laner. So Arthas is probably the best one. And he would do a good enough job against Artanis, so it actually probably works out okay. No camera lock is good. You gone for Q build Valla. It's alright, yeah. I'd say normally with an Oriole you wouldn't go for Q build. But on Hanamura, I think you could make the argument. I think it's fine on Hanamura. It's more bursty. You got probably enough wave clear with Sylvanas, so it's okay. I think it's okay. That was really nice by Diablo until he flipped him over his shoulder. Alright, you got the kill anyway. This is good. Alright, good. Okay, so sort of gold. Your duo partner is silver. Okay. So, again, this is not in your control, but we should really have the Arthas probably solo. And then have everyone else grouped up. Oh my god. Oh, rip. Well, there's nothing you can do about that. Okay, and that was a good hook from Stitches. That's kind of a bit of bad luck. I don't blame that for happening. After, like, I'd be kind of distracted after that happens as well. Sylvanas is having a tough time up top. Yeah, you definitely don't want this laning setup. It's not ideal. Okay. You can in theory, you can probably sidestep the hook fairly well. On Valla, it's definitely an option. Alright, right here. Okay, this is good, yeah. Alright, I like this. Unfortunately, Diablo didn't jump in on the hammer. Everybody split up. Okay, again, yeah, I think you did the right thing there. You went in aggressively on the hammer, I think, which is the obvious kill target. Diablo had a great angle for charge. Diablo went on the wrong person. Could have killed her with the vault, but that's okay. That's a good one by Diablo this time. I like that. Alright, good. At this point, you should use that Q for extra wave clear. Especially with Q builds, it's basically almost free in terms of mana, and it'll actually do the minions pretty well. So that's something that you want to be doing when you can. Yeah, pushing is the right decision as well. Okay. Yeah, so far so good. It's a crazy ass fight happening up top lane. Hopefully that'll be okay though. Yeah, you're just too far forwards there. You're actually gonna live with 20 health. Wow, okay. You're so fucking lucky. You went a bit too ham. And again, you're getting caught out by Stitches all the time. Like, Stitches keep showing up and you're like, oh shit, there's a Stitches. This is a disaster. So you need to watch out for that, for sure. Part of it is the Diablo is not positioning the best at all. So that's certainly an aspect. With the Q build with Valla as well, you'd probably be looking at killing those merc camps, you know, especially the bruisers. That's what I would have said would be a strength of this build, would be like a big focus on taking the merc camps and getting the XP from those. That's way too far forward, yeah. That's just suicide at that point. Like, Jaina has got a lot of burst damage. You don't want to... If you walk into her face, like, that's what's going to happen. At this stage, you should probably Hearthstone and let this go. I mean, there's just no way that Oriel's going to get much energy with you not being able to attack. She should even be moving the hat over to Sylvanas at this point. So, yeah. It's fine. Like, so what? If the payload moves back a little bit, it's not the end of the world. You can just come back at full health and then push it the next time. You're not missing out on too much. And your teammates are still fighting. Instead of just backing off and waiting patiently, this is, like, again, very classic mistake that you'll see really all the way up to... Well, we see it in Team League in our own games as well with, like, Diamond people. They're very bad at this as well. It's like, well, we must fight, we must fight. We cannot wait, we cannot possibly wait, like, 20 seconds. Just come back with full HP and mana and win. It's like, we must fight now. Even though we're gonna lose. We must fight now. Why wait 20 seconds for a winning fight when we can fight now? So that's what happened there. Your teammates were going in too deep. And you should have just backed off, waited 20 seconds, and gone back in. You're going way too deep. Holy shit. Whoa. Oh my god. You're kind of getting away with it. That is way too deep, though. Like, there's that... Yeah, you can't do that with Valla. She's not designed to dive that aggressively. Like, against better players, you will just die. Like, they will just kill you. You're a mad woman there with your positioning as well. That's kind of crazy. Free kill on the Jaina. It's It's not really a free kill on the Jaina though. Like that was super risky. Like honestly, if you know, if you raise up your skills to where you get to the point where you could actually kill that Jaina like there, then the enemy team skills should also raise up to the point where they would be able to just instantly punish and kill you as well. But yeah, with Valla, you definitely don't want to go that deep with Valla. You're so squishy and they've got huge burst damage, especially with the Jaina. You need to be very careful of that. And do your damage kind of safely. Like you can see right there, there's like 2 Jaina spells and then you're like almost like 50% to 0 and like 2 hits. Just instantly gone. Like you have to be very careful of her. Basically your goal as Valla in this game is to do as much damage as possible while avoiding their damage, basically. It's not really your goal to dive in aggressively and kill their backline because you're walking into Jaina's kill range. You're also walking into Stukov kill range. You definitely don't want to go into range of Artanis and Stitches or even Hammer. Like their backline is they do tons of damage, but they're quite immobile. So again, I think your best bet here really is to play a lot more. You need to be playing this more passively. Follow in when your tank's engaged. Like right here, this would be a possible good position. Yeah, this is good. There you go. I mean, you could even have done that quicker, but that's the right idea. You know, when someone is that far out of position and your tank engages, then go in. But like if you just dive in YOLO solo as the Valla, you're gonna be killed. Like really horribly, basically. Especially as you play against better and better players. Again, like focusing the hammer is not good here. You can see like you're nowhere near killing the hammer. And you're just putting yourself in a really rough spot. In fact, like your whole team, your 3-man there is in a really rough spot. You don't have like Valla's not a dive hero. She's not like Greymane or something that's much divier. That is like the longest range thing I've ever seen from the boss. Holy shit. This is actually working out relatively okay for your team, crazily enough. Artanis is literally just soaking up all the attack speed slows. Oh, he's dead. Well, Sylvanas is getting a fort at the same time, so it's not the worst. It's not the worst thing in the world to happen. Ktos bossa trafil. The boss hook. That was like, did you see? Did you see that boss hook? No, I actually disagree, Funky, with going for W build regardless of Oriel. Normally you would, but I think that the Q build is fine here. I think Q build is fine here on Hanamura. You get burst damage, which is pretty useful. It also gives you burst survivability with 13, which is pretty useful too. All those things are pretty nice. Not a huge fan of the strafe, to be honest with you. I think the strafe is a bad call. I think you'd be better off with... Oh god. Ooh. Yeah, you're in a bad spot. You're fighting without one of your tanks. You're fighting in a minion wave, which is actually killing you. It's kind of a disaster. That was a poorly engaged fight there. You'd be better off with Rain of Vengeance. It's very useful against their front line. It's going to be very good against Artanis in particular. And oh god. Alright, you're okay. Whew. And Strafe could be interrupted quite easily by Stukov. Yeah, I think the Q build Valla is just fine here. I think it's good. You can see the strafe isn't being very useful. Oh, they got the kill there. Right there, you could have kept going more aggressive. Oh well, you could have killed Hammer. Oh, you're dead. Oh, that was just pure luck you didn't die from that hammer. Alright. I mean, your life will get a lot easier once you get 13. Like, once you get Siphoning Arrow, that's going to be a huge help for you. So that will give you a lot more sustain. Calculated. Water Elemental OP. Okay, your team's picking a fight pretty aggressively here. They don't have much damage with them though. Stitches actually walks back into the front line. Diablo saves him! No, he doesn't. Well done. Alright, that was nicely done. Good commitment as well in the very end to secure a few kills right there. And that's a nice lead for your team. Alright, at this point, yeah, tapping a well is very good. Again, good timing on that. Pushing that top fort in would be a pretty good idea. You're going to soak the wave. That's okay too. Oh god, what is going on up there? Should be a free kill for your team. I hope. There we go, one. Okay. Like, one thing I'm certainly like, the Q build, one of the strengths that it's not being used at all is the whole, you know, the killing mercenaries. You haven't used that at all, which would be one of the big advantages for it on Hanamura, is that you can take the fortification camps and the healing camps. You can take all of the camps, like, really easily, and have that extra XP and the power-ups as an advantage that your team could use. So definitely be worth as Valla organizing to do that. For example, right here, like a W and then a Q through them would be fine. You can just pop back and that will clear them out. You can also use your Q for wave clear with Monster Hunter. That can be very good. That was kind of like, the whole part that happened up there was kind of crazy. Sean Wise saying Garrosh hype. Yeah, true. I'm very hyped for Garrosh. I hope he's a tank. I hope he's a tank, and he should be. He should be a tank. That's kind of based around like being aggressive, a bit of like a berserker type tank. I think it'd be a good idea. Okay, I mean, you're picking a fight without Sylvanas here, so it could go pretty badly. And it's going pretty badly. I mean, it's 4 of you against 5 of them. It's just not going to go well. This is, again, the situation where, you know, it's like going into this, you kind of look at it and go, well, there's 4 of us, 5 of them. Sure, the payload is close to this, but we can't actually push it in. It's a losing situation. So why don't we back up and we'll grab like a couple of siege camps. We can grab we can just grab one of the merc camps. Sylvanas will be there by the time we grabbed it. Then we can go in with the merc camp buff with Sylvanas, and then we can push it in, and it'll be fine. But yeah, that like fighting the 4v5 fight there is definitely like something you don't want to do, and it just went badly. It's not always 100% loss to fight a 4v5 fight, but usually it is. Like, unless you know it's a good idea for sure. Alright, you can see just how quickly, like, this is why I'm saying Q-Bill should be good. Like, you just shred off most of its HP bar. Just like that. And it's like, that's just a handy 700 XP, which is pretty significant. Like, considering you've only got 6,000 XP, I mean, over 10% of your XP has been from that bruiser camp, you know? It's pretty impactful, really. So that is something that you want to be grabbing more often. You can see how quickly you actually destroyed it with that Q build, which is kind of the point of picking it here in this map. Oh boy. Oh, boss. Ooh. Wait, he didn't use Apocalypse through that entire fight until the end? Nice. Well, that was a mess of a fight. I mean, it was kind of awkward for you because you're half dead when you got in there. One thing I would say, like, especially with Siphoning Arrow, you missed your first Q. It's kind of a panic Q. You need to be careful with that because it heals you up so much. It's worth being... it's worth, you know, being careful and actually trying to land it as much as you can. Yeah. Yeah, that could be a thing with Garrosh. Like, the more damage he takes, the more like damage he does, or maybe his movement speed gets faster as he loses HP. That would be cool, like a berserker type thing. He could be a solo laner with a two-handed weapon. He could be, yeah. I wouldn't mind him being like a multi-class between, like, you know, a bruiser and then like a tanky dude. That could be pretty cool. Like, you can go into like just full tank and like boost your team with like command, like shouts and stuff, giving your teammates like shields and things like that. AoE, that could be cool. Or like just like a more aggressive berserker, like just doing more damage, going more YOLO. It's kind of like choice between taunt or Colossus Smash type thing. Oh yeah, you're way too far forwards again. Yeah, like you cannot go that deep. I would also say that this taunt is a mistake. And that ties into the... You've got the wrong idea of what you should be doing in these fights. Yeah, like he could be kind of... Like, I could see Garrosh being kind of a mix of Zul'jin, Sonya, and Varian kind of smushed together. I think it could be quite good. Okay, so the thing... The idea you've got here that's kind of wrong. Frost Shot is not what you want. You definitely want Manticore here. And... Like, you're playing this like this very aggressive bursty thing, which I don't think is appropriate given your comp, because only Diablo can dive in with, and he's not the diviest of dive. And they've got a lot of, like, anti-dive with Suppression Pulse, with the Flailing Swipe, with, you know, Hammer sieging up, and with Jaina with zoning. Like, they just have too much anti-dive. Like, you're not looking to play a divey type game. What you're looking to do really is to probably burst their front line. Like, kill the Artanis or the Stitches. So I'd say, like, in this game, I think the Q build is great. I think that's okay. I'd be looking at picking up Rain of Vengeance to lock down Stitches or Artanis, get them stuck in the front, and then Manticore to help chunk through their HP, because they got lots of it. And that should be your goal in the fight, is to, like, yes, do your burst combo and stuff with your Q and E, but you want to be doing it kind of, like, perpendicular. Like, that's nice. Great kill on the Stukov. He went way too far forwards. That's fantastic. Jane is going too deep now. I think, did you miss one of the Qs there? You didn't use it? If you, yeah, that was tough, but like if you stood, yeah, you did have the opportunity to like stutter step back from that Artanis a bit more, then hit him with the QEQ and you would have killed him. It would also be a lot easier if you had, of course, the Manticore to burst him down. But this is nice. This is good. Alright, great. Yeah, and like they're all dead, so you can chase very aggressively here. It should be a kill. Alright, good. Nicely done. Good stuff. At this point, you would probably, I mean, you're very close to still probably losing. You'd really want to destroy their fort. It would be priority number 1. Securing the payload is useful, but it's not essential. Certainly, Oriole's doing the wrong thing and going for this one. You guys would, yeah, sure, pushing this in is okay. Because you need to get more payloads anyway, so you're going to get the payload timers ticking, because you don't have enough shots to win. But securing the second payload's a waste of time. You want to destroy the fort. Basically, you're trying to get as many, you need to get 5 points as quickly as you can. So the fort's 1, securing one of these payloads and getting the cooldown ticking is another. Unfortunately, the boss is not up for ages, so you're still in a really rough spot, right? But you're in a better spot. That would be, like, if you Rain of Vengeance, he was dead there, you know? And if Sylvanas was better, he'd be dead. Oh, he is dead. Yay. Sylvanas, shoot the thing. There you go. Feel the hatred of 10 days. Yeah, it's okay with the Valla, the talent builds. That's something to look at the next time, right? And again, it ties into the playstyle as well, is understanding that, okay, they've got a very anti-dive composition, and we don't have a very strong dive composition, so I don't want to be diving in with the Valla. Like, it's perfectly okay if, like, you fight, let's say that, like, you're fighting through this choke point to, like, Q here, then vault up just so that your vault is not really moving you anywhere in the fight, it's just moving you to a different sort of flank point, but you're still, like, equidistant from the enemy team. It's like a perpendicular vault, just purely to get the Q refresh burst with repeating arrow and the puncturing arrow. It'd be a pretty worthwhile thing to do. Funky, your mechanics are as good as Maki's, you think? Yeah, you guys do have to fight for this. The good news is, if you win, you're not in a terrible spot at all. But it does come down to a successful fight here. Oh god, that's a very bad apocalypse. Alright, now you guys are in a really rough spot. Okay, this is huge. I'm gonna pop your strafe. Okay, never mind. Alright, there you go. You popped it. Gone for Farflight. It's okay, yeah. Alright, nice. This is huge. Okay, great. Sylvanas is deep, I like it. Oh my god, there goes the orbital thingy. You guys don't want to push down a keep and then, you know, push in a payload and win the game. What the fuck? She's got unstable poison. Wow. You barely ever see that now. That used to be the thing back in the day. Yeah, nice dive. Very good. Well done. I like it. Unfortunately, again, you don't have a payload for frickin' ages. Really sucks. You want to steal away their bruiser camp? Like, there's no reason to push this more. One cart will win. You don't have one for ages. Like, again, they're not respawn for ages. Like, why would you ever leave this up for them? What's he doing? Okay, he's just over there. He's just chilling. Oh, Stukov. No. We want to look at Valla. There you go. Okay. I mean, you should have done this way earlier. Now they are respawning and it becomes a little bit scarier. You wanted to deny this much sooner. Look, at least it's being denied. Unfortunately, there's no sappers. Watch as Sylvanas gets hit by the thing. Oh, she just dodged it. Wait for my ult. Well, I mean, sure. You can take yours as well. That's basically what you want to do. You want to stock up on power-ups, then you're going to need to fight them again, and you're going to need to win them again. Win the fight again. That's just, unfortunately, where it is, because of how the game has gone. Like, they're pushing bottom now, and you guys need to be there. You're going to be late. You're walking into a really awkward fight. Oh, God. Sylvanas is looking to go in too aggressively. Like, look at this. This is a disaster. Stukov is rooted. Never mind, it's not a disaster. That's actually good Apocalypse. You did your abilities pretty well there. You want to focus on killing the Stukov in this sense because he's so far out of position. Nice. Okay, good. Again, you always want to fire off your first Q before you vault. With this build, you always want to fire the Q with this build because it's only like 20 mana and then you get the instant reset. Okay, well, they're all dead. That's good. Just send Diablo to... Okay, well, one person's pushing it. You want the rest just to stay there. Leave 2 people here, 2 people push. It's all good. Alright, you guys are actually going to win. That's it's quite something. I think he played pretty well on that one. Actually, I think he played pretty well. Again, like the big room for improvement, there's a fair few early game mistakes in the team fights. That's why you leave 2 people down to defend the cart. That's why you leave 2. The early game, the team fights, you were pretty bad, but you got better over the course of the game, which I think is a pretty big deal. So yeah, the early game fights were bad because you're diving in super aggressively, which is not the purpose of Valla in this game. I mean, you did good damage, which is nice. Again, like I for the most part like the build. Would be leaning towards Reign of Vengeance and definitely Manticore in this case. I mean, in this, you could have even gone for like Death Siphon, would it not be bad with how the strafe was working out, but it doesn't really matter. Like personally, I would be the same build but with Reign of Vengeance, then Manticore, and then Farflight, yeah. And then be focused on being more passive and bursting down their front line, because you do a lot of burst damage. Their front line is very vulnerable, and you can kill them. Like, Stukov does a lot of AoE healing, but I mean, his single target burst is relatively limited, and these guys are both very difficult to actually escape out from the fight. And you got a lot of lockdown with Diablo and with Arthas, so you should be able to get away with it. Death's Advance. Hot diggity. Hot diggity. Must be one of the worst level 20s in the game, doesn't it? It's really bad. And sometimes, but almost never. You're saying? No, I think like Firefly Quiver is by far the standardest, most standard Valla level 20. Death Siphon can be good. Like if you're looking to dive more aggressively, then it can be good. But again, you're not playing the most divey comp at all, so... Anyway, that's an interesting game. I presume you probably got MVP. Hacksaw, hello! So yeah, I think the main things for that one, like again, like the build, tweak it a little bit. And then the most important thing was kind of looking at it going like, whoa, we don't have it. And again, you did better as it went later in the game. But like, watch out for like the how you should be fighting the team fight. Because you're playing a very aggressive dive Valla and you're getting killed by Jaina like all the time. So like you need to watch out for that. Like Valla is not really a hero that dives much. unless you know you've got a good flank or you're going in with a fight that the tanks have already initiated, you're perfectly, like, she's very well designed to just stay safe and to just destroy their front line. It's like one of the things she does best. So don't worry about that. Like, you're perfectly okay to do that. Okay, let's start rolling the dice here. We got 7 replays in. So let's get some replays. Bing, 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 bing. 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Everything is in the title. Hots replay. Play Genji for a team with no support. Very toxic Jaina player. Playing my first pick Genji. Wow. Along with a few other people with nasty words. May flame back a little in the late game. Okay. What's your Twitch name? This is like Mad Mutt Kickass? Mad Mutt. I don't know who Mad Mutt is. Hopefully this is the right one. Mad Mutt. So he's playing Genji. KFC! It's you, KFC! It's you. Okay. Flame for first pick Genji on Warhead Junction. Intriguing. I'm gonna turn on the kettle because I need more tea. Map 20 asks, hey Nubkex, do I have to have the same name IGN as my Twitch? No, but just let me know what your thing is in the email. Let me know what your names are in the email. Because sometimes I get a game and it's like, yo dude, let me know what you think about the game. And like the email address might be something like, you know, Bob123. I'm like, okay, so Bob, I want to look at your game. And then like I look at the game and there's like no one called Bob. I'm like, well, who is the replay even of? I don't even know, you know? Say the game started. Let me throw in a pause. I'll be back in a second, guys. Okay, team, I'm almost ready. I always get hungry during this stream. I always get hungry. Hang on. I'll show you what I got here. Hang on. Okay, and then we'll hit play on the thingy.
4, 3,
so
1.
3, 6. There you go. Okay. So I found this in the fridge, which is like different kinds of tapenade. So there's a tomato tapenade, green olive, and then some weird thing called kalamata, which I don't know what it is. Is it a type of olive? Probably. Yeah, it's a type of olive. So we got like black olive, green olive, and tomato tapenade. I chopped up some like toast, real small. I'm gonna try dip it in and see how it works. Okay, so we're playing Genji here. Get the talents up as well. You guys don't have a healer. Let's start with the tomato. It's rich people food. It's more like French food, but yeah. The tomato one's good. Try green olive one. Hello.
How's how much happening, are you?
Yep. They're all pretty good. No scared with Genji. Spam the shuriken. Okay, let's watch. I haven't been watching the replay too much. I mean, you can just pump damage into him. Like, Malthug literally can do nothing to you unless he's got the mark on you, and he can only apply the mark with a basic attack or with his E. So long as you don't get hit by the E like that, you'll be just fine. Like, you can like hide around. That's actually pretty good. Alright, you died, which is unfortunate. You had the right idea. The execution was a little bit off.
The warheads are ready for function.
Okay. So what you want to do is you want to make sure, like, you can bully him quite a lot because you're mobile and you're ranged, so you can just keep firing attacks into him. He'll heal off the minion waves, but so long as you kite him around, you'll be okay. The one thing to watch out for, if he's good, is that he will teleport to a minion, then hit you with a basic attack. So that's the only thing you really need to be careful of. Whoa, where are you going? Okay, you only got that kill because the Ragnar sucks. And you only live because they suck. And with that situation, you went way too deep, and you should have been killed. It's way too much. Because you just wasted deflect, there's no way you should get away with that. Feel silver, man. True. Alright, that's nice. Good E to secure the kill. Ragnar's is trying to hit you. Can't quite pull it off, though. Oh boy. Tell you, that black olive tapenade is very strong. There's still a nuke there, by the way. You probably want to still fight over that.
Warhead collection complete. Preparing for next round.
You come up all this way to not do very much. Genji's not very good at pushing. That's why I always hate when I get put in solo lane as Genji, because he's terrible at that. Wow, yeah. That black olive thing is so strong. Good thing I like black olives. The tomato one is the most interesting because I haven't had a tomato tapenade before. There we go. Oh, Winston might need to go to the toilet again. Hey Winston, do you need to go outside? You need to, you don't need to, he's running back here. Yeah, he was trained really well. He has a bell near on the door to come through here, which he should use to go to the toilet. And he has been doing it really well for like a month or so. But the last like 2-3 days, he just keeps ringing the bell like every 5 minutes. I don't know, he just wants, it's just like his bell for attention now. What are they flaming you for? He doing a dance? Oh my god. Jaina cheers up. I mean, you're doing fine there. I mean, they should be able to defend the lane with Jaina pretty well. So, like, Jaina's very strong defending solo. Shouldn't really be a problem. Yeah, you want to push this as aggressive as you can. Try to destroy the minions to the towers before Alarak gets there. Just make them lose some XP. Gone for a fairly standard build. I think it's pretty good actually. Yeah, I like it. You know, Cyber Shield would be a good option here too as well. They got a lot of ability damage. But dodge is pretty nice. It's going to be very good against... Actually, he's not even Q build Rag. It'll still be good against him. And it's quite nice, actually. Dodge is quite nice against Malthael. It means he can't hit you with the basic attack. He can't put the Reaper's Mark on you. It's going to be a real pain for him. You definitely need someone to deal with that top lane. It's a bit of a mess. You're gone for X Strike. Is she actually gonna live here? Yeah, Jaina lives. Wow. Okay, and before Jaina gets sniped by an owl and killed. I mean, there's still nukes. You want to probably be getting the nukes. Like, you really want to leave other people to deal with that top lane if possible. Like, you really don't want to be taking that. I think you're better off there focusing on grabbing the nukes. In fact, you know, Malthael actually got one and is able to nuke bottom lane. That's something that you could totally take control of instead. Oh. Oh, dude. Oh, fail. Oh, what a fail. You could have killed her. God dang, you could have killed her. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. I think you probably could take Dragon Blade. I mean, if you look at their team, they're 4 melee heroes in the Tyrande. You know, there's not that much stuff to punish you. You can kind of juke around a fair bit. It's much hard. The problem with Dragon Blade is when they have like damage or lockdown that's reliable, that can hit you, even when you're dashing with the Dragon Blade. But like if you're Dragon Blading and you know like there's not all that much that Rag can do, or Alarak, I mean, because he can miss. Same thing with Tyrande, she can just miss. Same thing with Leo, like they could all just miss their stuff. So I think you could be okay. So Silver 2, you've dropped since, alright. And you guys are up on XP at the moment, which is good. Yeah, if you get hit by the Alarak silence, it's bad for you with Dragon Blade, but if it doesn't get hit, then you're okay. It's a pretty decent X strike. Enemy team is feeding real hard, it's great. Okay, nice. Who does not ban Genji in the first ban? Yeah, true. Yeah, right there you probably should have gone for boss, especially with Shingen. Genji's exceptionally good at killing bosses. That would have been pretty good for you to bring to your team. Winston, what is up with you? You keep needing to go to the loo, do you? Do you actually need to go to the loo? You just want to come into this room. You want us to come visit me. Here, hang on, come on. Winston, I'm calling you Genji. Come on, Winston. Alright, do you want to go? You need to go to the loo.
Assigning order for approval. Calculating completion time. Warheads are now ready for assimilation.
He doesn't need to go, he just wants to play in the garden. He just wants to play in the garden. God damn it. Does silence cancel Dragon Blade? No, but you can't use Dragon Blade. Like, you can't attack with it. You're just running around with the sword out and you can't do anything if you're silenced. That's why Malf is so good against Genji. Genji jumps in, Malf hits Twilight Dream. It's pretty much the whole Dragon Blade. Genji's just stuck there being like, I can't do anything. Winston, you're such a pain. You're ridiculous. He's ridiculous. He doesn't even really want to go out because it's raining. He just, I don't know, keeps forgetting that it's raining. You guys are just like, you guys are really stomping them, to be honest. You guys are really stomping them. I mean, their comp is also terrible. They've got quadruple melee. Again, it's very unreliable damage. Fighting into a Jaina. It's pretty rough for them. I always fail to understand. This is like the bronze variant builds. I don't understand why you take these two things and then you don't take 40% more duration on your parry. I don't get it. Why do you go for this? It's like 1% max HP heal per swing or 40% more time not taking any damage. It doesn't make any sense. They're just taking the bells off the door. Poor Winston. Poor Winston. Yeah, there's no auto attack during Dragon Blade. No, it's like every Dragon Blade attack is a spell. Because it's not just an attack, it's like a lunge forward and then an AoE swing. So it's an ability. Each time. Lava wave pipe. Honestly, I think you did pretty well there. Decent jukes. Hey, you want to mount up, I think. Alright, you're fine. Archon is just a basic attack that does splash damage. Yeah, X-Strike is not super useful compared to Dragon Blade. You only choose X-Strike really when you can't use Dragon Blade. Or if like you just need straight up burst damage because Dragon Blade is an activation time. That's basically why. So it doesn't. People are wondering how hard it hits. So Dragon Blade hits for 487. This one hits for like half of that. Yeah, it's pretty bad. All right, it's pretty bad in comparison. The thing is, it's like an escape. And it's guaranteed. So if they have like a Malf or something and you've got nothing to counter, it can be good to pick it up. But yeah, if you hit with all three swing, if you hit with all of X-Strike, it's like 2 hits of Dragon Blade. It's pretty bad. Alright, that's a good kill. It's a good juke. This would be like, you could kill him with an X-Strike there, or there, again. Alright, you're gonna kill him without it, that's fine. Whoops. Whoops. You do want to keep stutter stepping Genji. It's a good habit to get into, just to practice to always be stutter stepping. That's true, like with X-Strike, one of the things, like Dragon Blade, what is it, 7 seconds? It's 8 seconds while you're Dragon Blading. So you're not getting any value out of your Qs, for example. You get more value out of your E, which is why you take Final Cut. You take less damage, but it's less effective with your Q. How much damage you deflected? Reasonable amount. Okay. I mean, you guys are still way ahead. You're getting multiple nukes. You're almost level 20. I mean, like, what I would do is, like, push top, get level 20, take top boss, push in with 4 nukes, probably, it looks like, and I win the game at that point. What did your bipolar switch? Oh my god. You guys started winning, that's what. Oh, hello. What's he doing? You can totally kill him. Oh, you actually haven't finished your quest yet. You can do a lot more damage. Like, your shuriken, when you hit 3 shuriken with a Shingun proc, it does so much damage. Like, you can out-trade and assassinate nearly anyone in the game. Now, you haven't actually finished Shuriken Mastery, which gives you an extra 2 charges when you jump, which is crazy damage. And you also had X-Strike, so you could have just killed that guy. Report KFC toxic. Wow, that's like 3 nukes for nothing right there. That was like 2 nukes overkill. Alright, nice kill. X-Strike fairly useless, unfortunately, but it was a good effort. Oh, if you hit your spells, you would have killed him. No matter. You want to use your shuriken. Use your shuriken. Use them. Aw, dude, you never want, like, you want to spend those shuriken charges before the charges refresh. You never want it to go to waste. Especially with Shingun, you absolutely melt cores and keeps and bosses. It's so hard. Like, at this level, level 21, so 3 shuriken, you're hitting for 450 damage just with the 3 shuriken. And then with the Shingun, you're doing another 260. So if you hit them with all 3 shuriken, that's, what is that? It's like 700 damage. Boom. And you get 3 stacks of it. Like, it's crazy good. We've gone for the piercing shuriken. Okay. This boss call is very risky. I can't see its health bar, unfortunately. Oh, there it is. Okay. Well, Varian should take it. One hopes. Just hit him, Varian. There you go. Again, like, you need to stutter step after her more. It's very important with Genji to get those stutter steps right. That's one of the big things that you could improve on. Your Genji's pretty good. You need to get those stutter steps and try to get in a better position for your shuriken. It's especially important because you're playing in silver now. It's a very good Genji for silver, but like, as you play against better opponents, it's going to get much harder to be effective. Yeah, you guys should really have won the game by now. Genji stutter is weird, you're new to him, yeah. Like, this is a great time to practice, you know what I mean? Like, you never want to get hit by that if you can't help it. But like, you know, doing a boss is a great time. Like, just take every opportunity you can to practice stutter stepping, especially when there's no reason not to. You might as well. Yeah, and how can you play? Yeah, it's very difficult to play him with camera lock. So I'm impressed you've done a good job with that. But yeah, that's like my main concern is that your Genji's, you're doing well at silver level play. I think the big concern is when you start like playing against actually better players, it becomes much more difficult to do what you're doing. They're gonna waste a nuke for that. That's good. This game has gone on for ages. Like, you guys could have won it already, but oh well. I mean, if they didn't use 3 nukes to kill a keep that didn't need it, if they just nuked the core instead, you would have won, but c'est la vie. I mean, you can also destroy this fort, this keep with your Q. Super easy. Ooh. They've been dangerous. It's a pretty good X strike, but you're gonna die, I think. Nope, they're not gonna kill you. Again, they're a bunch of melee heroes you can just walk away from. It's pretty nice. Whoa. Again, this is camera lock problems. You could be going more aggressive here. You don't need to be running away. They've got, again, like I said, super inconsistent damage, so you can keep going aggressive. You can see you're realizing it now. There's also a lava wave coming. Oh boy. It's a ridiculous game. Who's got the nuke? Ragnar's got it. Well, you guys are still way far ahead, which is really nice. And you could be doing more aggressive things here. So some things you do with Genji, you can actually take siege camps with Shingun really fast. So you could absolutely wreck them. Should be useful. You could also be going like pushing lanes pretty aggressively because what are they going to do to you? Also with the piercing shuriken, you want to hit both camps. But yeah, like you can see, you tear through that really quick. So I mean, once you've got Shingun, you're really good at actually pushing and doing siege damage and all that stuff. Like, he's just really OP with Shingun. And just having the confidence to make those melee range plays. Murky's dead, doesn't matter. I mean, you could even go up top and, like, poke their keep and probably escape, you know? Like, you could probably kill that keep with your Qs. Like I said, it's like, what is that, 2,000 damage? Over 2,000 damage with those? Alone? With your just 3 Q procs, you're just like boom, 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 2,000 damage. Because like you can proc Shingun really easy against the keep because it's so big. Like you just walk in and kill it. You know they're nowhere near. Like they're miles away. You know there's no need to bait the camp. They're not even there. They're just gonna let the keep die. All right, nice. When are the bosses up? This is a long ass game. All right, this went up in like 30 seconds. Hide. I mean, I say just kill the camp, to be honest. You don't really want to fight them in a full team fight, do you? Also, Malthia's got last rights. He's got 1 stack. Nice. You guys want to commit to this, like, quick. X strike, not very effective. Alright. Oh, rip. Oh no. It was targeting Leoric's ghost. Intriguing. So you guys can just go and kill the core now. Alright, you're gonna go for Tyrande. Yes, you could kill her if you hit your stuff. This is where the stutter stepping's hurting you. If you were stutter stepping around, she's actually walking back into melee range. If you were actually stutter stepping properly there, you stayed in front of her, you hit her with all your Q procs, that's a very easy kill. Like, she can hit her stun, and what talents does she have? That's basically all she can do. Yeah, she can hit her stun and, like, slow you down with Starfall maybe, but that's all she can do. Are they your team's nukes? Your team just nuke the ground instead of nuking the core? I think they did. Yeah, they did. The nukes missed the core twice. Wow. Silver plays, man. Silver plays. GG Genji. Jaina cheered up. Nuke some air. Yeah, so like I said, I think it's a good Genji. Definitely the stutter stepping and the camera, but mostly the stutter stepping is the thing. They saw a spider, the right choice. Yeah, that's right, Skamaz. There was a big scary spider. Actually, did you guys see that? Where was it? On Heroes. On the Reddit. Someone had the list of like the leaked heroes, upcoming heroes, and one of them is a big spider person. It looks really cool. Where is it? Where is it? I think someone posted it in Discord. Let me find it there. Let me find it. I want to find out the name of the spider person. Here we go. I found it. Put link into chat. Yep. Okay, check this out. I'm going to show you guys. Okay, so here we go. This is like a leak, right, of the upcoming heroes that are being worked on, haven't been released yet, or are not going to be released too soon. Yeah, you can see Ragnaros has already been released. Stukov, Varian, Zul'jin, Oriel, and Zarya. They all came off of this list. You got other ones. You got Chandris. So Chandris is like Chandris Feathermoon, I think. He's like some sort of hunter girl. She's got like daggers, bows. Hero concept for Heroes of the Storm, I think. So she's some sort of hunter girl. Seems pretty cool. That's Chandris Feathermoon. We've got Valerian. Valerian Mensk. They work on loads of heroes at the same time, and heroes are often in development for like 6 months. So I think it's a pretty good list of the potential heroes. I'm not sure what they do with this guy. He'd be some sort of like support or specialist, I assume. We've got a Varamathras, isn't it? Varamathras. He's a Dreadlord. I think he'd be a cool hero for sure. Oh yeah, this is what he was like in Warcraft 3. This is him in World of Warcraft. He's a pretty awesome looking dude. Dreadlords. Yeah, Garrosh is the new hero that's coming out. So Garrosh is for sure the next one, obviously. Ragnaros, we know. Just Mensk himself. Again, could be some sort of interesting specialist hero, one assumes. I think like it's been mentioned before, he could be about, you know, building propaganda towers around the place or something. Like he's definitely like the sort of like the propaganda. That's probably the best word to think of him, like, you know, propaganda. That's what I think. Someone says Mensk, I think propaganda and manipulation. Got Maiev. He's obviously a warden. Very cool. That's her in World of Warcraft. This is her in World of Warcraft looking better. It's very cool. I'm not sure what they do with her. Some sort of, again, melee assassin. She'd obviously be a melee assassin. Propaganda towers. Hot's Trump. True. Imperius is from Diablo. So he's like... I'm not sure what the deal with Imperius is. He's like... Is he the leader of the angels? He's obviously some sort of big angel dude anyway. And I would assume... He's the Archangel of Valor. I would assume he'd be a warrior anyway. I don't know what his abilities would be. But he's a pretty awesome looking dude. He looks very tanky. So... It'd be interesting to see how they distinguish him from Tyrael, of course. That would be one of the big questions with Imperius. What would set them apart? We've got Grom, which is... so this is a death metal band, which comes from StarCraft. Very popular. The Zerg love them. So yeah, there you go. That's the logo. People like Imperius. Well, this is Grom Hellscream, so he was green for a bit. This is what he looked like in Warlords of Draenor. He looks pretty awesome in that shot. That's Grom. He was red for a while. Like in Warlords, he was red. He looked like this. And then he was green in Warcraft 3. There's 2 Groms. So I'd say they probably bring out the green one. If I was to guess, they'd make him the green hero. And he'd be like very much this like berserker, super aggressive melee assassin, I would assume. Whereas if, I think like, because Garrosh is red. Garrosh is a big red orc. I presume they make Grom a big green orc, probably. Or they could make him as like supercharged red version when he was super evil. You can watch the orc campaign on my channel for that. When he was like super powered with the blood. But yeah, he'd be more of a berserker than Garrosh, I suppose. We've got Garrosh, of course. Show you guys Deathwing. It's Garrosh. That's what he looks like. He was like War Chief of the Horde. So hopefully he's going to be a warrior, I would hope. Big tanky dude. Bran. I think it's Bran Bearmantle or something, is it? Yeah, he's a druid, I think. Oh, and this is Brawl Bearmantle. Okay, I'm thinking of Brawl Bearmantle. Who's Bran? Bran Warcraft. Is he a dwarf? He must be a dwarf. Oh, yeah. Bran Bronzebeard. He's the explorer dwarf. Okay. So I presume he'd be some sort of specialist. I hope they don't make him anytime soon. He looks really shit. He looks really shit. Bal. Sorry, Funky's really upset about me thinking he was a Bal Diablo. So this guy looks pretty creepy. Oh, does he have like a spider body? God, he's a weird looking dude, tell you that much. Pretty ugly. He's got like, yeah, he definitely has some sort of spider-esque body. It's like a crab spider person. Very handsome. So he'd be pretty cool looking. I don't know what they'd make him. I don't know what he could be. Is he like a mage? Could he be like a mage? Some sort of like spider mage? Yeah, he looks really awesome in that. Illyria. I think it's another elf person. I looked at all these yesterday. Okay, we have some lore here. Schemata says, Imperius is the ruler of the Angiris Council. He can teleport, can make angels silent with a mere gesture, and can do a sweet descent, I presume, with area damage. Okay. And this is Illyria. I don't know who she is. She's obviously some sort of, again, huntress elf. I don't know. And she's a high elf. So it's kind of interesting that we got this Chandris, who's like a night elf huntress, and then we got Illyria, who's like a high elf huntress. So, oh, is she one of the, like, an alternative hunter skill? She's Sylvanas' sister, so she presumably has like stealth. And I would guess, if I was to guess, I'd say that she would have maybe some stealth skills, maybe some traps, like she can throw traps on the ground. I would think that could be quite good. So you could have the Chandris girl, who's more about weaponry and shooting bows and stuff. And then you could have Illyria, who's more about traps and that sort of aspect of things. We got Deckard Cain, possible. He's an old guy. Hello, heroes. I'm Deckard Cain. I'm really old. I'm an old man. So he tells stories and stuff. Oh, what the fuck did I just open? What the frick is that? Can someone explain this picture to me? Wait, who uses void magic in WoW? Who uses void magic? I don't know. So Deckard Cain should 100% be an announcer. And I would use him every game. And he should also probably be like a support, I would think. He'd be a good one for a support, be very cool. Rock and Roll Racer. Oh, here we go. Rock and Roll Racer. Okay. So, like, this is one of Blizzard's really old games, and God knows what this would be. Something super weird. Like, I don't even know, man. This is some sort of specialist, one thinks. Or maybe it could be like a multi-class. You can change your cars for different types. Like, you could have, you know... You could have like your tank car, or you could have your support car, or your damage car with all different colors, and you could choose which car you're driving. Multi-class. Be amazing. It'd be amazing. Selendis, oh yeah, so she's from StarCraft. And she's actually a female Protoss, which I think is very cool, and something which is obviously lacking. Cool thing is she piloted like a battleship, so you could implement or include battleships in some way. Like, she was a battleship. She also has the double wrist blades. So she could be, I would think she would make sense as a kind of, as a melee assassin. Who can do things like with battleships and stuff like that. Like kind of a very like mobile and consistent, I would say. Kind of low damage, but very consistent melee assassin would make sense to me for her. We obviously have Stukov. Oh yeah, Vash is cool. Hopefully this doesn't bring up anything bad. Okay, so she's a Naga, and again, this is someone we really need in the game. So she could be a support, or she could be like an assassin or a specialist again. Whoa! Oh damn, son! What is going on here? Oh my god, that picture is amazing. Let's stick with this one. So she had like, she's from Warcraft 3, obviously, and from World of Warcraft, and she has like frost arrows. 18 plus banned report. She has like frost arrows. She can like make mana shields. She can summon tornadoes. So I think she'd be pretty cool as like maybe a fairly aggressive range support. I think could be possible, slowing people down and kind of controlling the battlefield. She can also do like chain lightning. Tosh. Oh yeah, Tosh is actually, he's like a ghost, right? Who's this guy? This is Tosh. So Tosh, he just brings the power of friendship, you know? He's like, is it bad? Is it good? I don't know. Whoa. Don't worry, man. It's good. That's basically what it is. Who is Tosh? Who is this guy? Oh, he's like, oh, I thought he was pointing up. No, he's just, oh, it's up there. Not this, it's up there. No. Man, I like Tosh. I don't know who he is, but he's lovely. He is lovely. we need Tosh as an announcer. I don't know who he is. He's someone at StarCraft. So it's Gabriel Tosh. So he's actually a pretty cool looking dude. He's pretty evil. He's a Spectre. So he has like stealth, psi powers, and like I think a submachine gun type thing, assault rifle. He's pretty evil. He's kind of like an evil Nova. I think you could choose between him or Nova in the campaign if I remember rightly. But yeah, he's a pretty cool dude. And he would make for he'd probably be again a stealth character. Yeah, you could help Tosh, you could help Nova. So he'd be another stealth hero. More focused on spell casting as opposed to Nova, who's more focused, I suppose, on shooting. I don't know. But another Nova-esque character. How exciting. Moira. Wow, literally everyone here is a different person. Moira, StarCraft. There's a lot of Moiras, apparently. Also, Moira does not want to show up. I'm pretty sure this is Moira. Oh no, this is Mirahan. Who's Moira? Who's Moira then? Oh, she's from Warcraft. Sorry. I thought it was Mira. I was like, she's cool looking. She'd make a good hero. So I obviously completely misunderstood that. It's Moira from Warcraft, who is a priest? Moira Thorasan. Looks like a priest. Or is she like a paladin? She looks pretty boring, whoever she is. Why are the dwarves they choose look boring? They need to flesh out the dwarves more. Who is Moira? No more stealthies, please. Sorry, team. Is she a paladin? Is she a priest? Here's her card. Moira, she's Bronzebeard. Moira Bronzebeard. Okay. Who's Moira? She's a midget. No. She's the queen of Thorasan. That's the cosplay of her with a baby. I don't know. She has a baby. That's her power. Babies. Babies. She's like, you know, she prevents engages. You know, it's like Varian's about to charge in and taunt your teammates. You go like, Varian, you've got a baby now. You've got responsibilities. So she blocks people from diving in with responsibilities, I guess. I don't know. I'm happy that they're working on dwarves, though. I do like dwarves. Some of the shit is really creepy. So this is Belial, or Belial, or Belial. I don't know, blah blah, from Diablo, who looks pretty cool. Wow, he looks really awesome. The Lord of Lies. He's pretty scary looking. Yeah, so he's kind of like this creepy-ass ghost dude. Belial, the Lord of Lies. He looks freaking awesome. He looks like a melee assassin type spellcaster dude, for sure. Mo mages, please. You guys, I've never played much Diablo, so you guys know more than I do. Deathwing. Deathwing the dragon. He's really big. He breathes fire and stuff. He's like one of the most requested heroes ever. Is this what his human form looks like? Oh, that's like a fan version. That's pretty cool, though. Oh, that's what he looks like in game, in humanoid form. And then he obviously turns into a dragon. So I'd be curious how they would implement that. very curious how they would. Here's baby Deathwing. It's kind of cute. So Deathwing would probably be like a specialist, I assume. Who's Gom? I can't remember. Oh yeah, Gom is a cool looking thingy. Gom is this thing. It's like, look at this thing. It looks so cool, man. This looks so cool. He's like a big fat Stitches. I have no idea what this thing is. Some Reaper of Souls. I have no idea what its abilities are. It looks big and tanky though. This looks kind of like, it looks a bit like Stitches. Is that Niku? Yeah. Oh yeah, Baby Deathwing would be a good skin for Brightwing. That's actually a very good suggestion. But this thing looks, it looks, I think it looks really awesome. I don't know what it is, but I'm just like, this thing, Gom is just cool, man. I like it. I like it. Some sort of big warrior with like, yeah, again, it'd be pretty similar to Stitches, but without the hook. What was this one? Okay, Sadeo was actually the one I was thinking about earlier. So this girl's like Spider Woman, which is awesome, I think. She's like Spider. She's a woman on a spider's body. This is a cosplay, pretty cool. Interesting. Yeah, I think she looks really awesome. I think she looks really good. She's the Maiden of Lust, which sounds really cool. So who knows what she could be? She could be anything. Kill it with fire. I think it looks so cool though. Like just, man, some of the Diablo designs are really cool. Like they're so creepy. I think that's really good. And then we got Aiden, who was like the dude in the first one. Yeah, he's like this guy. So wasn't he like the hero in the first Diablo? He killed Diablo and then he became Diablo himself. That is a very pixelated image. And something went through his head, so who knows what he would be? What is that? Oh my god. Deus Ex Alpha. Who knows? So I'm really no idea what he even does in Diablo. No, I don't think he's the former Skeleton King. I think he was the Dark Wanderer, but he does look cool. He got sniped. Yeah, he got shot by Nova. That must be it. But he's the Dark Wanderer, I think. I mean, let's visit the page and find out. Calling a D1 cutscene pixelate. I'm sorry. Yeah, he's the Dark Wanderer. Oh, he's the eldest son of King Leoric. And he became a vessel for Primeval Diablo. So wasn't he the hero in the first game? I could be wrong. I don't know. And then he became evil. He's the warrior class in Diablo 1 that remains nameless. There you go. Then he died and became Diablo. He's in Diablo 2. He summons some flesh beasts. You can't interact with them in any way. They can hear the Wanderer laughing. Flashbacks. So you guys have played Diablo 2 will obviously be more familiar with him. And he's mentioned in Diablo 3. Appears in Hearthstone. Cool. Nice. Yeah, so he's the son of Leoric. He killed Diablo, put Diablo's soul stone on his forehead. It's probably a bad idea, but yeah, he could be pretty cool. So, I mean, a lot of the heroes here that they're looking at, I think look really awesome. And that's one of the best things about this game is that there's so many... On Blizzard, there's so many great characters to draw upon. So, yeah, I thought that'd be kind of fun. You know what? Just look at all the different heroes that could be coming. So, obviously, we know that Garrosh is the next hero, for sure. I mean, let me actually just show you guys so you know for sure. In case you haven't seen it yet. But these are like all the different heroes that we know that they are probably working on. That they're definitely considering, but we don't know when they will be released. There could be other heroes that could be released, of course. Like, for example, Malthuel is not on this list, whereas he was released. But there's a fair chance that we'll see a good few of these heroes at some stage, I would think. So, like, this was the thing for Garrosh. In case you didn't see that. Loktar Ogar. So yeah, he is coming to Heroes of the Storm. He looks pretty awesome. I don't think we got any info on... I don't think there's anything up on BattleNet yet. We'll just check real quick. I don't think so. It'd be cool if there was. Guns out, guns out. Nah, there's nothing up yet for him, but when there is, I'll show you guys. Random number generators. There you go, guys. Bit of a sidetrack from what we're doing today, but it's okay. Okay, so back to replays. Distraction over. Ding 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 ding. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's this one. DehZah. Okay. Never mind. Wait, is this a replay stream again? Yes, it is. We've moved back into replays, guys. We've moved back into replays. Yeah, like I was saying as well, like when I did the video the other day, I was saying Manaroth would be a great hero, and I think he would be. I want to see Manaroth be a hero. I think he'd be amazing. I want more Manaroth. Be so good. So this is a Greymane game, so we're going to be talking about Greymane. Is the PTR on Monday? Maybe. It'd be pretty quick for a PTR, but it could be. I'm not sure. Manaroth got one shot by Grom, trash tier. Oh, they put a bit. Yeah, he basically did. Only mods and subs get coached. Pay to coach. Want Leroy Jenkins? Leroy Jenkins could be quite fun. I'd even like to see him as like a merc camp or some kind of novelty. I don't know. That would happen too often though. Some sort of rare event, or like it could be a brawl or something. It could be Leroy. That'd be kind of cool. No, they always put the PTRs out on Mondays. This one would be very soon if it's on Monday though. Which I'm fine with, because the last one, the Stukov PTR, was like a week late. So if they put out one a week early, I'd be cool with that. You're like totally AFK where your teammates are dying. No talent yet either. Okay. I mean, you're too late taking your talent and you're too late getting into the fight, so that's something that could be better. Also, looking at your team, you are realistically the solo laner for them. So you'll be fine against Malthael, you can just kite him around and poke him. And you really want Sylvanas with your team now. That was a good engage by you. Good punish, I like it. Okay, good. They're just fighting like crazy. Isn't Joffrey on this map in the top? What? I'm not sure who this represents, but there is like the... This guy looks like a Dragon Knight. Maybe that's what it's based off of. I think this is gold. You could have killed her with like an E into a Q, probably. It's not the end of the world to let her go. You just miss out a tiny bit of XP. I mean, she's still gimped because she's got no HP, so it's not the end of the world at all. In fact, in some ways, you might even be better off. Nah, probably not. But it doesn't matter too much, basically, is what I'm trying to say. You could have got the kill, probably got her mechanics, but yeah, it's not the end of the world. She's gonna die here anyway, so it's fine. There you go, you got her. Right. Well, that Q is a bit random. That just wasted a bunch of mana for nothing, really. I mean, this would be a very good time to tap a well, too. You got... Again, you're using your Qs for nothing here. It does most of its damage with the splash, so you want it to be splashing to something. You don't want to use it just for using its sake. You're just wasting your mana. So, for example, right there, instead of doing a Q, you could have popped your W or jumped in with E and smashed up those buildings. Cazador says, after the video, how to win or lose in 10 minutes, I really could say bronze is a lifestyle. You can find bronze players in Diamond. Oh yes, you can find bronze players anywhere. Yep, very true. Here, you can be more aggressive against that Valla. Coming up to gank is pretty good. Okay, this is nice. So that's an easy kill. Okay, Malthael just went in, and that's an easy second kill. Thank you very much, Malthael. Oh, look, here comes Jim. Jim wants to die as well. Jim does not want to be left out of the fun here. Again, prioritizing a Q over a basic attack meant you lost your W, and again, just kind of wasting the mana. Caltrops Valla getting value. What is this? Yeah, this is the main thing from this game. I'm like, sure, there's small mechanical things to improve everywhere, but the main thing is like, what's up with all these random cocktail flasks? You're just wasting so much mana when you're not actually doing anything with them. You know? Jim Uther. Yeah, when Raynor... Raynor and Uther combine forces to become Jim Uther. That would have been a good cocktail if you'd actually hit it. Unfortunately, you know, he didn't actually hit it. Malthael keeps dying. This is great. He keeps getting himself killed for nothing. That Valla actually went so far forward, you might have been able to kill her, but you wouldn't expect to. Oh, again, just shoot her. But so far, so good, really. This is probably better off Hearthstoning, I reckon. Rather than tap a well here. You gotta wait a few seconds anyway. There's nothing really for you to do on the map. That was definitely a good Hearthstone opportunity rather than tapping a well. Rip Gleaming. Rip Jim. Okay, again, like it's good follow-up in terms of your positioning and your E and your Qs and stuff, and then it's this wonky Q, it's the wonky Greymane flask that's just spending mana for almost no damage without anything to splash towards. It's no need, like, when you are fairly low on mana. Like, we can't see it now, wait till you tube it again. So the cocktail does 84 damage to the first person it hits. It splashes for 336. And this improves the splash damage. So I mean, like, the basic hit is almost nothing. It's all about that splash. All about that splash. Mr. Wumbo says, you don't know what's rougher, Blue's chances of winning or this OJ parole hearing. I mean, Blue team has got a good team comp. Like, they got a very nice team comp. They just have not been executing it very well. They got a very strong solo laner in Malthael. They've got actually a very good 4-man rotation with Muradin, Uther, Valla, and Azmodan. They've got good wave clear. They've got good push. Red team's got a pretty good comp as well. But there's nothing to stop Blue team from winning, I would say, based on compositions. Certainly their builds leave something to be desired, and the gameplay as well, but their comps are not too bad at all. You know, the comp's not bad. Unfortunately, we have, you know, we do have, like, Holy Shock Uther, which isn't too appropriate here. I think it'd be much better off, and Cleanse as well. So much better off with the Wave of Light thing, and then the armor for Mosh Pit. So much more useful. We got Laser Build with Sin's Grasp Azmodan, which is pretty terrible. We've got, like, Q Build Malthael, which I think is weaker as well. Then we've got, like, Caltrops, Creed, Arsenal, Valla. You know, they're just making life very, very difficult for themselves. Skullcracker Muradin is alright, but... Reverberation, huh? Okay. It's a bit out there, but if he wants to, I wouldn't, but... Switch back to DehZah's camera. To see a Q being wasted and he's got no mana. DehZah saying, didn't read that, thought the damage was uniform. No, yeah. With the cocktail, it's very much all loaded into the explosion. So oftentimes you're best hitting a minion and splashing onto heroes, or hitting one hero to splash onto others. I mean, it is a little bit of extra damage. It also gives you like vision into a brush and stuff. Rip, Dragon Knight. But generally speaking, no, it's not gonna give you, it's not gonna do much damage. So yeah, that's kind of important. I mean, if you got mana to spend, you can use it to just spend. Oh, that was a bit unlucky. I mean, you're probably gonna die now. Oh no, they're being very generous. Unfortunately, your team is losing everywhere. Yeah, that's pretty well played by Uther. Oh, camera. Where are you off to? You really don't need to go that far. I mean, you can Hearthstone like here, you know? It's like they can't get you when you're there. You don't have to run all that way to be safe. You don't have to run all that way. Like, they can't get to you. ETC power slides in, gets punted away. Poor ETC. And that was a bad ultimate from you. Very bad ultimate. And you're gonna miss a kill because of it. Yeah, so I mean, right in there, they're in mosh pit. They're in mosh pit for a long time. You can get your 2 go for the throats off, guaranteed. Guaranteed, you can get the 2 go for the throats off. You don't want to burn it that early. Like you want to burn it early if you want to guarantee a kill before mosh pit ends. Like if you don't quite have enough damage, and it's kind of looking like they might actually survive, then you want to go for the throat, right? If you're like, okay, well, we need this burst damage to definitely get the kill, because otherwise they're going to survive mosh pit, and then whatever, they can get heals or whatever it is. But in that situation where you've got loads of time, you want to get the reset, for sure. You definitely want to get the reset, because you're just trying to do as much damage as possible to 2 heroes that are going to be stunned for the next few seconds. You're under no pressure. It's just like, what's the most efficient damage dealing method, which of course is to get the reset for go for the throat and get the cast for free. So that's what you want to do. You would have killed the Muradin as well if you'd done that, if you'd been more patient. God for the Lurker Rage. It's alright. Excuse me. I mean, all of these are really good. Except probably for this one. Well, that could still be good as well. I don't know. I mean, it's been an early game stomp, but at least the blue team does have like a good composition, so they've held on pretty well. They're pretty close in terms of XP. I mean, they haven't lost a keep. Sylvanas is feeding as well. So, I mean, it's not bad. Their comp's really good, like I said. I mean, they're still in this game, you know? Okay, I mean, you guys can potentially force a fight like Gank the Azmodan. You can push the lane. You're not in actually really any much danger because Malthael's not there. Now, you don't really want to jump in that deep, though. You want to stay available to jump in if someone overextends, so you can punish them. That's what I would say. It's like the fort's going to die anyway. You don't really need the wolf damage to kill the fort, so you want to save the wolf to fight. Again, like, this is not a bad position to fight in. You could kill that Valla. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Divine Shield's pretty good. Alright, that's fine. Like, in that situation, I'm like, yeah, go for the throat, just burning it early is fine. Because you get the kill on the Valla, for sure. You gap close, it's alright. Like, and once the Valla's dead, the fight's won. So that's actually a situation where it's okay to burn that. Sylvanas gets revenge. Good for her. Fortunately, your teammates missed their stuff. You missed your Q. I mean, at this stage, you guys would really want to... I mean, your team could is going for kill in Azmodan. You really want to group up and like try to take the siege camp like you're doing, or try to kill someone. You want to make something happen, or take that bruiser camp down bottom. You got a couple of kills. You want to make some plays. This should be good. It's a pity you didn't take Executioner, by the way. You really should have. Your teammates are all running away. Li Ming went back, by the way, which is not really super ideal. But you might get a DK off this with Sylvanas rotating in. Okay, it's gonna work out okay. Good. Yeah, I'd say if you're a new player to the game, I'd say like just play a variety of heroes, get a feel for all the different styles. Find the easy heroes or the ones that click with you, and then kind of start playing them a bit more, and have a go with it. Tychus, Odin, Morales, Stim Drone. I mean, it's not bad. It's not that great though. Dragon Blade with D Shield. Now there's a combo. There's a combo. Okay, that's a bit more of an NA go for the throat this time again. Yeah, Li Ming gets the kill. Oh my god. You survive thanks to hitting level 19. That's unbelievable. That drives me nuts when that happens in games. Where like your basic attack is flying through the air and they level up and then get more HP. You survived because you leveled up, right? You were dead. Apart from that, that's kind of hilarious. But anyway, yeah, I really do feel like Eager Wolf is a bad idea. Execution is much better because, I mean, you got Rehgar slows, you got ETC stuns. I think you got, and those are very reliable and consistent. Mosh Pit, you know, I think it's just better to do that. Calculated, I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. Either way, it ended up being a good fight. Yeah. But like execution is really good, and whenever you got a good team comp for execution, that's what you wanna use. A stimmed Karazim does 7 auto attacks per second. Wow, so strong. Oh man.
The Dragon Knight calls from within the stone.
Okay, you guys, yeah, you kind of want to get level 20 before you fight. You're so close, you know? There's no real reason to fight here without it. That's a terrible go for the throat again. Like, if you're gonna blast go for the throat into full health targets, you're better off just using Cursed Bullet. Go for the throat is really good for securing dive kills on the squishy targets. And like I said, you don't want to go for the reset if you need to burst down a squishy target and you want to guarantee you get the kill. So you can burn it on Valla when she isn't going to die from it, if you are going to kill her or force her out of the fight. But like, apart from that, you don't want to do that. Did you guys lose this game? So it is Dragon Shire. And you got like, you guys should really be committing to a key. Oh, Sylvanas died. Sorry, I didn't see that. Alright, Sylvanas died. That sucks. Then you can't really push as much. You guys are like super spread out. You need to get a DK. You need to do something here. You need to make a play. Like just clearing waves and pushing them to towers at this stage isn't good enough this late in the game. You're going to get a DK. That's fine. Okay, you want to push the bottom lane here, really. Unfortunately, your team is in middle. Would have been good to push with the siege. Going mid now is okay. It's open, so you just want to like, you want to just like face tank that keep and try to get it killed. You want to try punt Valla away as well. You just kill the keep. That's your goal here. Is to kill the keep. Valla is gonna hurt you a lot, so you want to try punt her away. Or the Asmodan. Just point one of them away. You need to commit. You need to kill a keep here. There's no reason not to. You're getting way too scared of nothing. Your team's all there to back you up. Again, NA. The NA ultimate there. Oh, mechanic fail. Mechanics fail. Yeah, I messed up there. I messed up there. Like, that was... You guys were in a really good position there, and then you made a bunch of mistakes. You had the right idea to go on the keep. That was good, but you didn't commit to it. You didn't punt away the dice that were doing damage to you. You burn the go for the throat a bit early. And yeah, that was very awkward. Then you basic attacked a minion instead of killing the Muradin with a basic attack. So it got very clunky there, kind of panic, I think. So that's not too good. I mean, I don't know how you can improve on that though. That's just something that comes with a bit of practice and kind of understanding what you can do. You did get the keep though, so that's true. At least you got a keep. So you guys are still ahead, but what could have been a bigger lead is not going to be that. Ancestral was not used. This is also true. So many things. Okay, I mean, it's still a pretty even game, unfortunately. You guys are ahead. You've got forts, which is great. And you got a keep advantage too, which is also great. Beautiful angle on the Q. Yeah, it was like the Asmodan bring Greymane for a walk a little bit, yeah. Okay, you guys just take your bruiser camp and it'd be all good. Then you fight over bottom, and it's fine. Team's a bit all over the place here. You're not going to push down that top fort. The top keep, I mean, but you can leave the bruiser camp to push it. You guys can go. You can fight and protect your fort. This is a bad rotation from your team. Specifically Sylvanas and Li Ming. Bad rotation. What is this Sylvanas even doing? All you gotta do is like group up. You're gonna have the bruiser camp pushing top. You guys de-push bottom. You can take back that bottom shrine, and then you've got really good map control. And they're in a really rough spot. This is a terrible, terrible split. I mean, like, look at this. You guys are so slow to actually take that shrine and put pressure on the map for the DK. Which you could have done, like, ages ago. Like, everyone's going to do it instead of pushing. We're moving in towards middle and getting map control. Oh my god. So clunky. So clunky. Malfield combo. ETC's dead. Oh, that was a very bad dive in. Wait, Ancestral didn't get used to save ETC? That's a fail. Alright, and you guys are gonna lose now. You guys are gonna lose. Bad map, very bad map movements. Leads to taking a bad fight, which you shouldn't have had to take if you'd actually moved properly around the map. And then, yeah, bad fight, and you guys get taken out. Rip. I mean, you jumped in too deep there. You could have jumped in sooner onto the mosh pit, which is what you should be looking for. I don't know where the Ancestral was during all of that. Don't know where the Ancestral was. It wasn't there anyway. And then you jumped in at the end when you shouldn't have jumped in and got killed when they were super, super tanky. This Valla build though, yeah, what is this? Caltrops, Creed of the Hunter, still not finished by the way, so still useless. Arsenal, Tempered by Discipline, Seething Hatred and Rancor. Oh my god, he's not going for core. He's going for keeps. Gem. It's a core gem, but not as we know it. It's a keep. Liam, he's going for core now, team. He's going for core now. There you go. Asmodan is working on that top fort as well. That top fort. Here we go. Hey, the final keep. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Nice. He's gonna respawn. He's got redemption. He's got redemption, team. He's gonna come back again. He's not dead yet. You guys just want to push mid and win. You guys need to win now, I would say. Oh, he's got a D-shield. They've got no support. Oh, the NA again! What's with the go for the throat? It's so unnecessary. No, don't clear top. You guys want to push middle. You guys want to go core. They're down heroes. You can win. Also, you're really far behind now, so you want to. And your team can't team fight, so you want to. But yeah, you just like wasted a, what's it, 80-second cooldown? You wasted an 80-second cooldown on a guy that was going to die no matter what. This is where you need to organize your team. Be like, okay, we got one kill like post 20 minutes. It's like you need to push that in and make something happen. Sylvanas isn't here, so you're actually fighting at a disadvantage because they have defender's advantage. If you guys had just pushed middle with catapults, you guys could have won the game. Oh my god. Everyone's running away. No one knows how to win Heroes of the Storm. Retreat! What is this, by the way? It's gold, to be fair. NA gold, yeah. More importantly, just gold. You should be fine. You need a Heartstone out, though. You've got no HP. There's no reason to be there anyway. You've got no teammates with you. Rhaegar's just burning all his cooldowns. ETC. I mean, you could just take top, but no, let's go in bottom. Good Storm Shield. The mosh pit fail. Oh, you finally finished your quest, by the way. Congratulations. You can just back off and walk top, you know? Like, you don't have to commit to this shrine. It doesn't matter. Top is already pushing for you guys, so you can just fight top instead of continuing to fight here. Oh, Jim! Jim's down. Nice kill on Jim. This game would have been so much easier if you take an Executioner, by the way. Alright, this is good. There we go. There we go. Alright, team. Now what you guys want to do is you want to push all the lanes equally without really committing to anything. Okay, there we go. You're calling for core now. This is good. Okay, finally. Some redemption. Some redemption. Li Ming is... She's going to take the top shrine. You don't have the bottom one, but she's going to take the top one. Just to be sure. There we go. That's what we want to see. There you go. You get extra loot boxes. If you take the shrine before you end the game, you get like a 0.0001% chance to get a legendary loot box, which is 4 legendary items. So that's good. All dead. Li Ming still struggles. I know, right? Okay, and you got MVP. I mean, I think it was a relatively decent Greymane game. I really feel like no Executioner really hurt you. You would have been a lot more effective. In the early game, I mean, your Qs were not very... The Greymane cocktails were pretty dodgy as well. You didn't finish the quest until super duper late. We need plenty of opportunity, I think, to finish it. And you were wasting a lot of mana in the early game on very bad cocktails. So that's something to watch out for. Yeah. And then, like, just... I don't know. The NA go for the throats as well. Like, it can be okay to burn the go for the throats, like if you really, really need to burst someone down. But generally, you want to be using it for resets and to secure kills. So that's something to watch out for. Like, you're blasting the go for the throats way too early quite often, where you're not getting any gap closer value, you're not getting the reset value. In that situation, Cursed Bullet it's much more effective if you're just going to be using it up front. So yeah. That was a ridiculous game though. Just throws from everyone. Roll the dice. Roll the dice. So we're looking for This one. From ThatFinn, which is a Genji game. Okay. We had loads of replays in today. I suppose we got kind of delayed because we're doing the hero stuff. Nope, Keck's looking grim after that one. That one was pretty bad. There was like serious throws from both sides right there. Serious throws. Like literally the Dragon Knight for the enemy team came in, destroyed the bottom keep, then instead of going core, proceeded to destroy the middle keep and nearly the entire top keep as well. It's like you could have just gone to the core. Oh my god. And then the other team, DehZah's team, not going for core either. Oh man. And then Li Ming at the end. Oh man. Oh yeah, who had the Slapather replay when he was defending the core at Abathur and failed? Oh boy. So this is Platinum 2 from ThatFinn. Cool. Genji. Cool. Genji. The Noble Ninja. You were at a promo to D5 before. Oh. KFC remembers the defending the core fail. Alright, classic Genji starts. You gotta test jumping over the walls just in case. That one time it will work. And if not, you'll enjoy being teleported really far back, really quickly.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Let the battle begin.
Got Agile Dismount, that's cool. Comps, okay, it's not great, but it's alright-ish. The Lucio's wonky. The enemy team doesn't have... Oh, they do. Oriel's support. Okay. That's fine. Genji's pretty good against Oriel. She doesn't have, like, any CC that can really affect you. That's a good shield right there. Absorb lots of damage. Good deflect, I mean to say. Nice. That camera. You probably could have killed him if your camera was in the right place. You probably could have got a kill there if your camera was more confident. Again, like right here, I would say your camera should be like this, you know? There's no reason, like what is your camera like? It's like, camera's like this. All this is wasted space. Should be like this. Anyway. There we go. Nice one. Need camera lock. Feels bad. At least it is not camera lock, so that's something. We'll be thankful for the small miracles. By the way, can we just say we're 1 minute 20 into the game and he's got 9 stacks of convection? Like, come on. So much convection. That's pretty slick. I like that. Going in to deflect the Tychus. Pretty nice. You got a good flank position as well. So this is a good tip, right? It's like, you want to be flanking to the side with the Genji here, because you can just fire basic attacks into them. And Tychus, Gul'dan, even Oriel, they've got a lot of AoE, like directional AoE. So if you're off to the side, if they want to hit you on the Genji, they can't hit your teammates. If they want to hit your teammates, they can't hit you. So you can like split the skill shots that way. So you can actually get very aggressive positioning. Whereas you can't go that aggressive in positioning if you move in with your team. Because if you're moving in right beside your team, well then they just fire all that directional skill shots into the middle of you guys and you take loads of damage. Whereas you can go very far forwards if you're off on the side with a flank position. He's gone in super deep. That's just bad move by him, basically. Oh god. Okay, living dangerously, I like it. Kelthus. There's Convection's gone, by the way. He died. I didn't notice him dying, but he did. Oh, well, he's dead again now. Even getting like a free like 9 stacks of Convection gifted to him is not enough to finish that quest. Alright, let's trickle in one by one. Artanis might come help. There we go. You've got no mana though. You want to get basic attacks off as well. Like, you're doing good, you're using your shuriken, but you can get basic attacks in too. Your basic attacks do a lot of damage. Like, each basic attack is 3 hits of 49. What's a shuriken? Alright, each one does 76. So, I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, basic attacks add up to a lot of damage with the Genji. You'd be surprised. Okay, right there, that's like very bad focus fire. You could have actually got kills there. I mean, you've left like loads of the enemy team on low HP and the Orioles like heal them up. Very important that you actually get that focus fire in. Especially with the Genji. That's your job, is to secure and to kill people. Is to secure the kills. Is to be the finishing blow. So right there, definitely with the like more focus fire with those basic attacks, then joining in with your team and ensuring you get a kill. You need to do that. So that was an example of that not working well at all, where we were very split up. And then the whole enemy team is just, they're all dying so slowly that Oriole can heal them all up. That's definitely not what you want to happen. Like right there, for example, you walked in, you fired off 3 stacks, you fired your entire stash of shuriken without a single basic attack woven in between. You need to master that with a Genji, like firing your basic attacks, then a shuriken, basic attack, shuriken. You need to be comfortable with that maximum damage output thing. Like there again, like you're throwing off your shuriken and no basic attacks whatsoever. That's very important. It's very important. I see the finish the quest puns in chat, by the way. I like that. From Mr. ThatFinn. Also, you want to be very careful against Varian, not to hit him when he's got parry with those basic attacks. Because you're just going to fuel all his parry abilities. Here it's actually worth tapping a well. Oh wait, you can't. Never mind. My bad. Yeah, it's just a real lack of using your basic attacks. It's like half your damage is the basic, like, half the damage, like your poke damage, is basic attacks. He's got very good basic attacks. So you need to be doing that. You need to be just like poking with the basics and the shuriken. You're doing a pretty decent job at your positioning. You're doing a pretty decent job at the shuriken, but you need to weave in those basics too. So you're missing out on a lot of poke damage without using those. Unfortunately. You guys are like quite a bit behind now as well. So it's going to be difficult. That was close. You could have killed him. Yeah, there you go. Not bad. Alright, not bad at all. There you go. More Genji resets. Okay, that was pretty well done. That was pretty well done. You did a good job there. Redemption. Genji resets. Works well. Oh god. We've gone for Cyber Shield. I think it's nice against Asmo and against Gul'dan. It's a pretty good choice. Need to soak 1+0. I mean, you guys can get some of the skulls, but yeah, it's gonna be very difficult to get much. You absorb 43 damage with that deflect value. Kelthus back up to 7 convection stacks. Place bets. Do you think he'll pull it off? Think he'll finish convection this game? Artanis secured 2 skulls and his own death. 2 skulls though. Oh, he survived. You guys could maybe take this fight. There you go. Get him again. There you go. Oh boy, you went too deep there. That was the point where you don't want to turn around anymore. You want to focus on that Oriole who's coming out with the cocoon, I think it was. Pretty soon. You did not want to keep diving. Oh boy, you're brave. You could have killed again that Gul'dan with that dive, actually. Got a little bit scared. Look, he was low enough. Your team's able to finish him off for sure. Alright, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Your team fighting with Genji is pretty good. You guys, yeah, you just need to do the objective now. I mean, you're not really in a rush to take this camp. I'd say you're probably better off just killing the big thing quickly, because they will respawn and it's a little bit of a risk. Alright, there you go. It's okay. You bet all the money you've ever had that he doesn't finish it. Well, he's up to 11 stacks now. I'd watch out. May regret that. Yeah, no one noticing Asmodan is pushing. That's why you won, is like Asmodan's just split pushing because he's Asmodan with the split push build. So you want to be like noticing that and you want to force the fights as aggressively as you can, like down here. This is a great time for you to force the fight. Unfortunately, Anubrak is heartstoning. He's not going to come join you guys. Asmodan's going to be at the fight quicker than the Anubrak will. Oh, that's too aggressive though. That was just too much from you. Bad sound barrier. Doesn't help. But yeah, I mean, like, Anubrak's not there. Artanis has been off the side and he's killed. You just shouldn't have gone in there. To be fair, you should have expected as well for Anubrak would actually be there, so that kind of sucks big time. And rip Genji. 13 stacks on Kelthus. Cazador says, a question just came to my mind, not related to the replay. Do let us know what this question is. In Cursed Hollow, if your team is cursed and you have Uther, do your minions get healed from your W? Do they stay at 1 HP? They get healed. You can heal them with most healers. Any healer that can heal minions and mercs can heal them. They just like spawn with 1 HP. Until the curse goes away. But yep. You can heal like siege giants and stuff too. Like Morales can heal a siege giant. Pretty good. Okay, we got a very big fight happening here. Oh, that demonic invasion! You better watch out. Look at them. There's someone in this thing. Varian. Oh, that's not good. It's interesting the way the deflects work. Like, I mean, you're getting away with a lot in terms of deflecting that you won't against better players. Like, they'll just CC you and kill you when you jump in like that. I mean, yeah, I mean, like, it's very ambitious to try to get a Dragon Blade in that situation where you've used Cocoon, you've used Phoenix, you've used Suppression Pulse, you don't have any of your real control heroics left. You've only got, oh, you're going super deep for this. Again, in that situation, if they were better, they would just kill you. Like, Varian would just, like, if you dive in that far, Varian, you should just taunt. They turn around as 5 and they kill you. You've got no cleanse. Lucio can't do anything. You just die. So that's something to watch out for. I mean, it's working fine in this game, but you should definitely be careful of that. Against better players, like, you'll get wrecked. But it's appropriate for this game so far, anyway. Got Shingen as well, which is cool. Another question. If you are Artanis and you have a Medivh by your side, he opens the portals from point A to B. Could you swap the enemy and enter the portals quickly? No. Don't think so. Well, I mean, well, you could, like, once you swap them, you could enter the portal, but I'm pretty sure you can't enter the portal. Like, I don't think you can click the portal when you're, blade dashing. But it will, yeah, the KFC is right in that it will swap the location. So long as it hits, it will swap. But I don't think you can do it during a blade dash. Like, I don't know if you can click a portal during a blade dash in the first place, but certainly the channel time to go through the portal is probably, the E would be faster than that, I think. That was a time where you could have kept going there aggressively. You had the momentum. Ooh, go down damage though. Yeah, okay, you want to back off now at this stage. That, yeah, this chase though, that was quite the chase, alright. I mean, like, Genji will destroy this thing very quickly. Oh god. Disaster. No, you missed your Qs. Genji absolutely shreds through these things if you hit all your Qs. Also, you should be using your jumps here. So because you finished your level 4, every time you jump, you refill your shuriken. Well, you get 2 free shuriken. So you should be basically using your jump on cooldown, so long as it's not going to, like, overlap and overfill your charges, to get bonus charges, and you'll actually kill bosses, mercs, any stationary thing much quicker. You even want to do that in team fights as well, but basically you want to be using that very aggressively. Once you finish this, it's a huge power spike for Genji. It's an insane amount of damage. And again, you need to be doing basic attacks between this stuff. Which, yeah, in some ways, once you finish this quest, the most important use of Cyber Agility is to refill the shuriken. And 16 to 16. How exciting. Okay. Alright, they're all gonna die, yeah, nice. Okay, that was pretty close to that not working, but it did. In the end, just about. Will the Artanis base prison be stopped by a VP? I don't know. I presume it probably passes through, but I don't know. So you guys should be looking to destroy that bottom keep, alright? Again, Genji's very good at destroying keeps late game. But like this, I think that the question is whether the skill shot gets frozen by VP, and I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Alright, nice. That's a keep. I mean, you do have the potential. Okay, never mind. Nubrak's not here. If a Nubrak was here, you probably did have the potential to end. I mean, you've got Triple Strike, Amateur Opponent, Artanis. You've got Shuriken Mastery completed, Shingen, Genji. It's pretty damn good for going core. You probably could have. They don't have the best core defense team. But Nubrak went back to save the keep, so without him there. And you guys were slow to move for it, so. Okay, I mean it's still a lead, and a lead's a lead, which is good. You really don't want to burn your damage into him like that. Oh, this is a total mess. You also don't want to Dragon Blade for one person like that. There you go, nice. That shows you how much damage Genji can do. Especially against one person, you want to use your Shingun to kill them. A little bit slow on that, missed the reset, which might mean no kills. Okay, bit messy. The mechanics, a bit clunky there, but you got through. Yeah, at this stage you want to just smash that side wall, run bottom and go core. There you go, you got the right idea. Teammates are killing keep. Yeah, just lead them on a merry chase. Very good. There you go. Well done. Took a while, but you got it. You guys got it in the end. Alright, cool. So, I mean, you did a decent job. Alright. Yeah, the Shuriken build's really good. So, yeah, I think the main things from this game, I'm like, okay, the biggest thing for me is getting comfortable at stutter stepping and mixing in those basic attacks, because you're losing out on a lot of damage with that. Especially poke damage, like in the lane and stuff. You know, being in that flanking position, convection was done, yeah. Getting off those basic attacks alongside your Qs is a pretty big deal. You're doing good with the positioning, you're doing good with the Qs, but then you're not actually mixing in basic attacks for extra damage. Then the other thing was once you finish Shuriken Mastery at 4, you need to be using your jump, your D for the resets on the Shingun stuff, which is pretty good. Xsolla just lost a lot of money, yeah. What other stuff? Be cautious about using Dragon Blade for like a solo kill. Like someone like that Tychus being that isolated in that last team fight, for example, you're going to be able to kill him much better just not using Dragon Blade. Just jumping in and queuing him in the face, basically, is going to kill him quicker. Then you can use Dragon Blade to finish him off and get a reset to jump into the fight again. But yeah, just watch out for that sort of stuff. And then, yeah, I think it's fine for now. I mean, it's certainly interesting. Like, the Genji be punished a lot more when you go into higher levels of play. Like, you jump forwards aggressively a lot with deflect, and I mean, people will just CC you and focus you and kill you just like that. Especially with only a Lucio to protect you. Like, you will die if you're against much better players, but it's fine in Platinum because they're not that. Probably fine in Diamond as well, to be honest, and some in Master. But like, if you do start really climbing and playing against better people, like, they will just kill you. Yeah. You use it, yeah, you did use it definitely. Yeah, you were using the jump for the Qs. It was interesting. Like, for example, on the core, you were doing it loads. Right, you're doing it like on cooldown. You're getting as many of your shurikens as possible. So you obviously know it's a thing. I think you just didn't realize you finished the quest early or something. I named almost all the leagues. Well, it's true. It is true. That's the respect I have for them. Yeah, the auto attack I think is definitely... Getting the auto attacks was for me the biggest thing. I was like, okay, you need to weave in those auto attacks because you're losing out on a lot of damage with that. The Dragon Blades weren't too bad. I mean, you only have a Lucio to support, so it's a little bit tricky. But the auto attacks, that's the thing to improve on, is weaving those in. Alright, cool. That's going to be the end of the stream, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. The thanks for watching button. Boom! And that is the Xsolla streams for this week done. So yeah, I hope you had some fun. I don't know if I'll stream tonight. I don't think so. But I'll be streaming tomorrow. Don't know what exactly yet. On my own channel. I'll be doing more streams and we'll do some weekend streams and stuff like that. We can talk about it on Discord, what you guys want to see. Especially subs. You don't want to hop into the patrons and subs chat. And we can talk about what sort of stuff you'd like to see me play. Yeah, who knows. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to head off, have my dinner. I always get so hungry during these Xsolla streams, Xsolla streams. I always end up eating food on stream because it cuts right through dinner time. So it's like 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. So it's like too early to have dinner beforehand and it's too late to have and it goes on like, yeah, it's rough, man. The timing is rough. But yeah, I'll see you guys for more streams on my channel over the weekend. And I'll be back here on Xsolla on Monday for more Xsolla stuff. Hero League on Monday. So I'll see you guys then. Bye. Or maybe if the P2R comes out, maybe the P2R. Who knows? Who knows? Fingers crossed that the P2R comes out early. Be awesome. Bye, guys.